Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rebels Radio, brought to you by our sponsors, Myfootballclub and the Slough Town Supporters Trust, for what is hopefully the last ever league game for Slough at Holloway's Park. No disrespect to the kind people of Beaconsfield who have been absolutely fantastic in our 9 years here, but we are really just a week and 2 days away before the 29th and that epic game after 14 years. We will be back in the borough of Slough. There are some very important bits of information which I'll give out to you in a couple of minutes, and we'll read through the teams as well. Please do, in the meantime, please look at the sloughtownfc.net website. There's always important stuff about that first opening game. I'm going to give you some of it at the moment. I'll run through the teams with you. Also, for those of you who are football fans, the FA Cup is in its second game, so it's not October, January, or whatever the BBC or BT tell you it is. It is actually going to be already started, and it's the second round today. And we'll be keeping an eye on one of the ties, which is Chipstead versus Beckenham Town, because the winners of that tie will be at home away to Slough, so we'll be at home to them. Just going to try and find some information about the tickets for the Bank Holiday Monday game. It's around somewhere, there is it? I'm trying to get it here. It's very important that you do keep it. There is going to be some more information before the time, but it's all about the tickets. The game on the 29th will be an all-ticket affair, so that means that you will need to buy a ticket. Now, I'll read it out because it's a little bit easier to do, but tickets will be available if you're, well, obviously you're not here today because you're listening, but you can buy them here today for the game between now and 10 to 3. Tomorrow, the 21st, outside the Queensmere Shopping Centre outside Debenhams, we will be representatives from the club from 11 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, selling some tickets there. On Thursday, outside the Observatory Shopping Centre in Slough, outside Primark, this is from 3 in the afternoon till 7 o'clock at night. Also at the Herschel Arms next Saturday, between the hours of 12 and 14:30, but we've been advised that maybe the best way to do it is you can do it online. Tickets are available now if you go to the sloughtownfc.net website. You can click and buy your tickets. They're online till the 24th of August, which is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, and they'll be sold till the 11 o'clock at night, 2300 hours. It's going to be £10 admission for a normal adult. If you do require a specific seated seat, then you'll need to pay a little bit more because there's only a limited number, obviously, at the moment, and because it's all ticket, they need to make sure that everyone gets a seat. Who wants a seat gets a seat. So they're going to be £13, but you will need to order those online before. If you are a concession, that's seniors over 65 for men, 60 for women, students, then that's £6, and children's general admission is £2. So that is the information that you require for the Monday. There will be a further email coming down this week regarding parking, and you've got to be aware that obviously this is the first phase of the ground being built. The second phase isn't going to be completed until February, so there'll be very limited parking. The people that I've been chatting to today have said maybe ground share, or if you can come by public transport, that would be built. But I'm sure that the club, who have been working exceedingly hard since they had the handover on Tuesday, have got something in line. But keep your eye on that one, and we'll keep you abreast of all the information. There's no midweek game this week, so we won't be able to give you the information, but you should be able to get it from the websites. And if you're on Twitter or Facebook or whatever the other bits and bobs are that are around nowadays, keep your eye on those. If you want to get in contact with us today, you can contact us through the YouTube channel that you're listening on. You go down the screen and it says comments. That will come through to me, and I've got a special guest, but he's sitting very quietly at the moment, so I think if we ply him with enough alcohol, he might pick the microphone up a little bit later on, but we'll wait for him to get bored. He's only sitting in there because of the warmth. That's what it is, really. You can contact us on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, and we also have a Facebook page, if I can remember how to get to that one. And we'll run through the teams with you shortly. Just trying to find. It's so difficult. You're so used to using your phones to look stuff up that you keep forgetting how to do it online. So Yeah. Hicksy's in front of us. He's right. He wants you to go on. I know that Hicksy wants to come on Rebels Radio sometime. We'll see if we can get him on. And we're just trying to find the Rebels Radio Slough Town. There you go, Rebels Radio Slough Town. That's the Facebook page. You can contact us on that as well. So sitting beside me is the very, I don't know how to, charismatic, is that a good word for you? Is Harrison Gilks. He's currently injured. So for those of you who don't remember that Harrison signed for us during the summer, unfortunately got injured in pre-season game against Fleet, and he has his anterior cruciate ligament operation on Monday. So all the very best for that. And he is looking for lifts. So if you're in the Reading area, he needs a lift every Friday and Saturday to his local pub and the club, and possibly lifts back because he won't be able to drive. But you'll see him on the dance floor. He'll be the one going round in a circle because he's only got the one leg to stand on. So we wish Harrison all the best. We'll run through the teams with you today, and we'll also keep an eye out on some of the other ties in the FA Cup. I found some really close. There were 160 FA Cup ties today, and there's some very strange games and names of teams going around. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. I'll run through the teams with today's visitors, which is St Ives. And for those of you who are very confused, this isn't St Ives from Cornwall, it's St Ives from Cambridge. So don't think they've had a mighty long journey. So starting with our visitors, they will be playing in black and white shirts, black shorts and black socks. In goal is Oliver Sutton. 2, Harry O'Malley. 3, Jordan Gerald. 4 is Lee Chaffey, who's captain. 5, Liam McDevitt. 6, Jake Hicks. 7, Ben Seymour Shove. 8 is Tom McGowan. 9, Andrew Phillips. 10, Scott Sinclair. 11 is Josh Dorky. And substitutes for St Ives are Charlie Diaff, Lewis Clayton, Joe Carden and Alan Owen. For the Rebels, there is a change to the team that started the 0-0 draw here against Stratford. In goal is Mark Scott. 2, and captain is Sean Fraser. Paul Stonehouse is 3. 4, Guy Hollis. 5, Mark Nesbitt. 6 is Nathan Webb. Coming in for his first start of the season is Lewis Putman wearing 7. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Lee Barney. 10, Charlie Moon. 11, Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels: Brad Hewitt West. 12, 14, Lee Togwell. 15, James Dobson. 16, Gavin James. And 18 is Adrian Sear. The referee today is Mr. Neil Morrison, and is assisted by Andrew Herb and Jack O'Heen. So he's been assisted by A Herb. Let's hope his performance isn't as affected by some kind of herb. So you can get in contact with us if you want to. And we're just sitting here. It's a bit blustery here today. It's rained a little bit, unless you live where Harrison lives, where it's been sunny all day long, which is why he's turned up in... I won't describe what you turned up, but it's a bit chilly outside for you, wasn't it? Yeah, he's what, from the lads? Yeah. I'm sure that we can slyly take a photo of Harrison's attire, and maybe we'll put that out and you can tell why he's a bit cold. And we've got a good few St Ives fans who have made the journey down, and if you are listening and you're a St Ives fan, please get in contact with us. It's just someone's just sent a message, so I don't know these computer things. It's like it says here, can you plug the tickets and also the coach to Cirencester? That's not bad. I'm a mind reader. So far, we've plugged the ticket. So if you are coming to Cirencester next Saturday, the coach will leave at 12:30 from Wexham Park, as it normally does. And I believe the tickets are £20, and it's an extra £5 if you are not a member of the Supporters Trust. So we've got we're about 5 or 6 minutes away from the start of the game. Congratulations to James Dobson, who on Tuesday played his 50th game for the Rebels. And we'll just run through a few bits from... We've only played St Ives twice. Slough so far have a very good record. They've won both of them. 1-0 at home and 3-0 away. That was the season where we got promoted. So first season in this kind of level for St Ives. So we'll see how they do. They have won their last 2 games, and it currently is 9th versus 10th. The other games on in the Southern Premier today sees a top of the table clash already, which we'll get to, but it starts with Banbury versus Dorchester, Basingstoke versus Kettering, Biggleswade versus Cinderford, Cambridge City versus Hayes and Yedding, Chippenham, who are in second, versus Leamington in first. So that's your top of the table clash. Dunstable is 5th place, Dunstable versus 7th place Chesham. Kingsley Town versus Redditch. Kings Langley versus Frome. And Frome are the hot team at the moment. In their last 12 games, they've won 10 and drawn 2. So they're a team to look out for. Kings Langley versus Frome. That is Merthyr versus Cirencester. Stratford versus Hitchin. And Weymouth versus St Neots. So we did mention the FA Cup, and I'll run through the teams just in a minute. Some of the ties that we've got: Guernsey versus Thamesmead Town. Now you're sitting there thinking, Guernsey versus Thamesmead, what's so special about that? It's the first time that a game has ever been held in the Channel Islands. Guernsey have been in the FA Cup for the last 5 years. Whenever they've been drawn at home, they've had to get permission from the away side to go and let them come. If they don't, then they have to play at the away side. So Thamesmead Town are the first team ever to be drawn away to them and said, yep, we'll come over and have a weekend in hopefully sunny Guernsey. So that is the first one of the FA Cup games in its 140-year history to be played in the Channel Islands. Some of the other games that we've got: Harrogate and Railway, that we obviously remember from our time back in Wexham Park where we got beaten. They are at home to Norton and Stockton Ancients. So that's an unusual football team. You wouldn't be shouting out, give us an S, give us an L for that team, would you? Be there for ages. Another tie is Billingham Sinfonia versus Northallerton Town. Rugby Town versus Bromsgrove Sporting, 2 teams that we've played in recent times. Bromsgrove is the reincarnation of the old Bromsgrove Rovers. Egham Town versus Bracknell, which is basically Ex-Slough Town versus Ex-Slough Town. Chipstead versus Beckenham, which we're going to try and hopefully keep an eye out of. And the last one that I had was Oldland I knew I was going to get this wrong as soon as I said it. Oldland Abertonians versus Brislington. So some of the stranger games that are in the FA Cup this season. We're just waiting. The players are in the tunnel. Just I can see the referees just there. Might be a slight problem with the socks. Excuse me, because it looks as though we've got navy socks and black socks, and the referees normally pick up on that. So we'll see how that goes. And we're a couple of minutes away from kick-off. I'll run through the teams with you again. Starting with our visitors, St Ives. Oliver Sutton in goal. 2, Harry O'Malley. 3, Jordan Gerald. 4, and captain is Lee Chafee. 5 is Liam McDevitt. 6, Jake Hicks. 7, Ben Seymour Shove. 8, Tom McGowan. 9, Andrew Phillips. 10, Scott Sinclair. 11, Josh Dorkin. Substitutes are 12, Charlie Diaff. 14, Lewis Clayton. 15, Joe Carden. 16, Alan Owen. And for the Rebels, it's Mark Scott in goal. 2, and captain Sean Fraser. Paul Stonehouse. 3, 4, Guy Hollis. 5, Mark Nisbet. 6, Nathan Webb. 7, Lewis Butman. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Lee Barney. 10, Charlie Moon. And 11, Warren Harris. Substitutes 12, Brad Hewitt. 14, Lee Togwell. 15, James Dobson. 16, Gavin James. And 18 is Adrian Sear. We have gone through the formalities of the shaking of the hand. And for those of you who've not seen St Ives, it's kind of like a Newcastle kit, black and white stripes, and a nice white bit on the shirt with a black number, so we can see who they are. Just have to try and keep an eye out for them. Slough in their usual amber and blue. For those of you on your goalkeeper bingo, Mark Scott is in his turquoise blue, and the opposing goalkeeper Oliver Sutton is wearing almost a regulated green top. Unusual. So we're just a couple of minutes from kick-off, and we'll give you all the action from this penultimate game. So we'll just we'll try and keep you up with some up-to-date scores as they come through from the other games and the FA Cup ties. And we're just basically waiting for the referee to call the 2 captains over, and we'll get the game underway. So it's a little bit blowy here today. We've got one person on the far side who's just put his umbrella down, even though it's not been raining for a while. And we're just... I'm so glad that I don't have hair, because it's if you like this old gentleman in front of us, his hair's just blowing over his face as he comes through. Just to give you an update on that Guernsey versus Thamesmead Town game in the FA Cup. It was a 1 o'clock kickoff, and it's just finished. It's finished 2-2, so a replay for Thamesmead. And there is another game in the FA Cup, which is Sittingbourne nil, Hive 1 at the moment. That's at half time. And you're right. We are on there, Mr. Porter. So go away. Let's see. Look at that. Terrible, isn't he?
Is that not allowed? No. Are you getting some useful insight from your man here to your left?
No.
Okay, right. I'll be back at some point.
So we're just waiting for kick-off. It looks like St Ives are going to kick off. They're going from left to right, and St Ives have the kick-off. They've started, and they've played it back to... someone's just sitting away. Come on, sit down, hurry up. It's cleared down. They're looking for a play. It's poor touch by Nova. Just started raining here now, but Slough the ball with Stonehouse. Stonehouse chipping the ball down, looking for the run of Lee Barney, but McDevitt comes across. He's made a mistake. Lee Barney's now one ball. He's down on the edge of the penalty area. Gives it to Putman. Putman on this left-hand side. Plays it into trying to get the ball back, but well spotted there by St Ives. They've cleared the ball long. Looking for Phillips, and McNisbet does well to win the header. Comes through to Hollis. Hollis to Webb, just inside his own area. Plays up to Dunn. Dunn just tries to turn, but just gets robbed of the ball. And St Ives just trying to make an attack here. The ball's just bounced awkwardly for Hollis here. It's come through to Phillips on the edge of the Slough Town penalty area. He's just looking for a bit of help. That help comes from Seymour's shove, but well spotted there by Paul Stonehouse. And out for a throw. Where did that rain come from? It's starting to chuck it down quite badly here. It's going to be a long throw coming in here from Harry O'Malley. Good afternoon to Craig Minter, who's listening. And we're just... Suddenly everyone down this near hand side has gone. Quick throw in here from St Ives. Trying to go back to O'Malley. It's back to Seymour Shove, who's got a chance to put a cross in. That's a high one. Catches in the wind, and Mark Scott does well to gather that one, and then bowls the ball out here into the path of Nathan Webb. Webb just inside the Slough half. Trying to go past Higgs. Still got the ball. Trying to find the run here on the far hand side of Barney, who's popped up on the right. Keeps the ball in by the corner flag. Then cuts inside. Goes past another player onto the edge of the box. Gets a low cross in. It's hooked clear there by Chafee, and it will be a throw to Slough. Halfway inside the St Ives half. And we're going to see it's going to be a long throw for Slough coming in from Guy Hollis. And they send everybody forwards for Slough. Nisbet's up for this one, as Hollis launches that long throw into the box. It's headed away by St Ives. It only comes through to Nathan Webb. Webb does well to control it and then gets a cross in. Headed clear again by St Ives, and then ball comes and breaks kindly for Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn just looks for his options. He's found Putman. Gives it back to Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn bursting through. Comes back towards Putman again. Putman chips the ball in, looking for Charlie Moon. It's over the head and well gathered there by the St Ives goalkeeper Sudden. Good handling as two Slough players were coming in at that far post. As Dan Hicks seems to be a little bit scared of the rain. He's moved back underneath the shelter. Long kick by Sutton. It's underneath it is Hollis, but it bounces kindly for Dorkin on that far side. Great tackle there by captain Sean Fraser, but can't keep the ball in. It's out for a throw just by the home dugouts and just by the halfway line. Taken quickly, looking for Sinclair. Sinclair with a touch. Still got the ball here. Plays it across. And Slough trying to win the ball back, but it's Higgs with the ball. Plays it out to the left back, Gerald. Gerald looking for the ball in, and Stonehouse just hooks the ball clear into the path of Moon. Picks it up just inside the centre circle, inside his own. Trying to play a lovely ball here on the ground for Putman. Putman bursts into the box. He gets to the bar and plays it into the centre. And some really good defending there by Chafee, the captain of St Ives. He just beat Lee Barney to the ball. That was a really good challenge. And Slough looking very bright in these opening moments of the game, and taking a quick throw towards Simon Dunn on his left hand side. Dunn gives it to Webb. Webb plays it back into Dunn. Dunn's got time to turn. He's looking to hit a shot in. It's blocked. It's going to come through to the right back O'Malley. O'Malley clears only as far as Nesbitt, who takes it on his chest. Closed down by Phillips, and Phillips does well to win the ball. And Slough saying the ball had gone out of play, but the linesman here was a bit slow picking that one up. And it's a throw to St Ives, taken quickly. Headed clear though by Putman. It comes through to McDevitt with the clearance. Up in the air underneath it is Fraser. And the ball's come through to the left back Gerald. Gerald just with a heavy touch. And it's out for a throw for Slough. And the rain is definitely coming down. Everyone's hiding now underneath the two stands behind the goal. And this little stand to our left hand side. As Slough play the ball across from Hollis into the path of Nisbet. Spreads it out to the left where Stonehouse looks up. Plays the ball low. Trying to find Barney, but that runs through into the arms of goalkeeper Sutton, and it remains 0-0. And then Sutton just hooks a long ball forward, trying to find Phillips. It's come off the head of chest of Hollis, cleared by Stonehouse, but not the best of balls. Picked up by Higgs. Higgs trying to release Dorkin. Dorkin trying to play the good ball in, but again Fraser's there for Slough. Ball breaks to Stonehouse. Heavy touch there by Putman, but keeps hold of it and then loses the ball. And it's been brought forward here to Seymour Shove. Seymour Shove with a chance to cross. And Phillips gets to it first, gets it on his chest, but only into the arms of the goalkeeper, Mark Scott. And he just, again, rolls the ball out. This time finding Warren Harris on that right-hand side. Back towards Fraser. And Fraser just waiting for a bit of movement for the Rebels. Plays it down the line. Good clearance by Higgs. And it's out for a throw-in for Slough on the far side. And Slough just going to... Wait a second. Good throw. Quick hook. Slough just spreading the ball. Trying to keep the ball on the floor here. Again with Nisbet in towards Dunn. Dunn just inside the centre circle. Plays it towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse back to Nisbet. And Slough just lose the ball here. And it's been played forward. Looking for the run of Seymour Shove. He'll do well to keep that in. And it is, in fact, Guy Hollis. It's come off out for a throw. And it's going to be O'Malley to take the throw for St Ives. We'll just wait for him to go and get the ball. Very quiet from the fans at the moment today. As a quick throw and is given a foul throw of some kind. Linesman on this here new side. So it's a throw back to Slough. Taken quickly to Stonehouse to Nisbet. Back towards Stonehouse. Long ball forwards for him. And Barney trying to win the ball, but it'll come through to Putman. He can't get hold of it, and it's Sinclair that does well to win the ball. Gives it to Seymour Shove up towards Phillips. Phillips trying to release the run of Seymour Shove, but well spotted by Slough. Balls with Putman. Putman plays it in now to Webb inside his own half. Webb just walks past the challenge of McGowan and then spreads the ball out wide to Fraser. Fraser can just find Warren Harris, who's just come inside a little bit, but Harris does well to shake off the challenge of Higgs. Plays it in towards Dunn on the centre circle. Then splits it out to Nisbet. Nisbet just brings the ball back and calms it down and plays it across to Hollis. Slough keeping the ball well here in this first 10 minutes of the game. Up towards Nathan Webb, that is. And up towards Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn just trying to move forward. Gets into Fraser, who's got a little bit of space here. And it's Fraser with a cross. It's going to come through all the way to Putman on his far hand side. He's got Stonehouse on his overlap if he wants him. It's just a heavy touch there by Putman. And out for a throw. Let's see if we can find any goals around. At the moment, it looks very, very calm around as Putman wins the header and it falls to Nisbet. Nisbet just passes it into Nathan Webb. Webb just sitting in almost like a diamond formation for Slough. Flicks it over to Fraser. Fraser does well to control the ball. Plays it in. It just comes through to Warren Harris into the box and all the way across to looking for O'Malley for the clearance up towards Phillips. Phillips does well. Holds the ball up but gives it straight away to Simon Dunn. And Simon Dunn can run with the ball here. He's trying to play the ball into Putman. He's just stopped his run, and then Stonehouse will get the ball for Slough. He's going to try and get to the byline. Gets across into the far post. It's headed across goal by Jarrold. It will come back out to Simon Dunn on the left-hand side. Flicked into Nathan Webb. Webb, just telegraphed that pass there, and he's giving it away. And the ball's with Dorkin. Up to Higgs, and Higgs' ball is hits over the top, and it's out for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Hollis, and Slough just trying to get the game moving here a little bit. And Nisbet with the ball, just bursting into the St Ives half. Gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse looks up, gets a cross in. It's a deep cross, looking for Barney. Goalkeeper's underneath. He has to punch for it. And thankfully for St Ives, it falls to Dorkin. And Dorkin can try and get St Ives on the attack up to Phillips. Holds the ball up really well. This time it's a better ball to Sinclair. And Sinclair trying to find that fantastic defence splitting pass, but it's just a little bit over the top. And back into the arms of Scott, who rolls it out into the path of Fraser. Slough just keeping the ball. St Ives trying to attack on the break here. Ball's with Hollis, spreads it to Nisbet. Nisbet inside his own half, 10 yards inside, comes forward with the ball. He's got an option on that far hand side, which is Warren Harris. That's a lovely ball, pass into his path. And Warren Harris just trying to get past Jarrold on that far hand side. And Harris commits the first foul of the game as he just pulls Harold back there. And looks like there's a little bit of a love-in on the YouTube comments thing between Craig Minter and Mick from IFC. They're just having a nice little conversation amongst themselves. as Sutton gets the ball down the field. It's going to break kindly for Sinclair, but he just can't keep the ball in there, and it breaks out. It's gone out for a throw on the far hand side. And Slough just throw the ball back to Mark Scott. And Scott just passes it out to Guy Hollis. Slough just keeping the ball, trying to bring St Ives out. Ball's with Nisbet. Nisbet again to Stonehouse. Ball just takes a bit of a bump off the pitch. They're back towards Nisbet, who's been closed down by Phillips. Plays across to Hollis. And Hollis can just bring the ball forwards for Slough. Just turns, gives it back to Fraser. Slough just been a bit of pressure, trying to find that ball forward, trying to find Charlie Moon. It's headed clear there by Chafee, and Moon tries to win it back. He does well to keep control of it on that far hand side, plays it off Chafee for the first corner of the game, and it goes to Slough. 10 minutes gone here, and with Dobson not being on the pitch, it's going to fall to Lewis Putman to take this corner. So this will be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. And just wait for this corner to come in. It's aimed to the far post where Nisbet tries to get it. It's a good header there by McDevitt, who gets to the ball just as Nisbet was looking to head it across the goal. It's a throw into Slough. And Slough take it quickly towards Nathan Webb. Webb trying to chip the ball in towards Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn just evaded the challenge of Sinclair there. But the ball did enough to just roll out, and it's out for a goal kick. Biggleswade have scored already, so Biggleswade 1, Cinderford 0. That's for a penalty. I'll just see if there's anything else. Don't like there's any more goals. There's Nisbet beaten to the ball by Phillips, but Phillips, he looks like he's playing as the lone attacker for St Ives. He's not getting a lot of help from his teammates, and he's doing a lot of good work. But Slough have the ball now with Webb up towards Harris. Harris picks up on the halfway line, trying to shake off the challenge of Dorkin. Dorkin does well, tackles him, but can't keep it in play. It's out for a throw. And no real goal-mouth chances yet in these first 12 minutes, and the ball again just cleared by St Ives. And Slough with the ball. It's over on the far hand side to Webb. Webb does well to spread the play here to Nisbet. Nisbet can bring the ball forwards for Slough, trying to find Stonehouse. Again, a heavy touch, but well picked up by Stonehouse. Trying to release Putman. Now Putman's got time to go across, and he plays it in. Oh, Charlie Moon just misses it, and then it's hoofed clear by O'Malley, but only as far as Webb, who does well to control it into the path here of Nisbet. Nisbet looks up, plays it in towards Webb. Webb trying to find that pass into Moon, up towards Simon Dunn, but his pass is cut out by O'Malley, and it's now time for Seymour Shove to break for St Ives. Good ball here, trying to find the run of Phillips, but Guy Hollis comes across and he plays it back to his goalkeeper, and Scott's lucky that he's under no real pressure here. He can clear long for Slough, and Barney's having a good battle there with a player that's about a foot taller than him. Wins the first ball and then can't get to the second ball. It's cleared by Jarrell, but straight off Barney, who'd done a lot of running there off the ball, and it's come off him and out for a throw on the far hand side. The rain has stopped. There's some more faces from fans from the past have turned up today. Slough had the ball with Stonehouse in the left back position, just bringing the ball forwards. There's Guy Hollis's dad's trying to set his dog onto someone else, and then there's another dog just... My God, where did he come from? That dog's huge. Balls with Slough at the moment, inside their own half. You're not missing anything on the pitch. Balls over to Nisbet. Nisbet chests the ball down, and Stonehouse just can't keep that one in. A little bit high there by Slough. They've given the ball away to St Ives, who will have a throw just inside the Slough half. Stratford Town have taken the lead at home to Hitchin, but Hitchin have a way of coming back in the games at the moment, so it's 1-0 to Stratford, but here it's 0-0 as St Ives have the ball. It's flicked off the head of Putman, cleared by Stonehouse, looking for Charlie Moon. Moon does well to control the ball and gets it back to Putman. Putman just clears the ball down there, and Gerald will have plenty of time to pass that back to Sutton, and Sutton takes a touch as Warren Harris closes it down, flicks it over again toward Gerald. Good control by the left back on that far hand side, but closed down by Nathan Webb. Ball still in play and hooked on by Higgs. Finds Sinclair. Sinclair finds Dorkin, but the ball's gone out of play and out for a throw in. So far, 15 minutes gone here. Pretty uneventful 15 minutes here in goalmouth action, but Slough having the better of the play. And Slough just again play it back to Nisbet. Nisbet out to Stonehouse. Slough just keeping the ball on the floor here at Holloway's Park, and it's not the best pitch in the world to be doing that on, but it bodes well for the 3G pitch at Arbour Vale as Guy Hollis brings the ball forward again up towards Webb. Webb trying to find the run of Barney on that far hand side up against Gerald, and the young left back does really well and then does well to turn and clear, but only as far as Hollis in towards Webb. Webb 15 yards inside the St Ives half, and I could have sworn that came off Sean Fraser last, but Sean Fraser's one of throws, taking it quickly to Nathan Webb, and I thought Webb had his shorts pulled there, but obviously not. Quick throw for St Ives up towards Phillips. Phillips does well to turn, closed down by Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn's done really well to rob the ball and bring the ball forward now for Slough. Finds Charlie Moon. Moon with a ball, cross to Putman. Putman does well to take that down first time. He's running at the left back here. Chips the ball with the outside of his foot, comes through to Lee Barney, and Barney turns and fires a shot that just goes past the top of the post there. And a good bit of play by Slough, moving the ball very quickly, and unfortunately just finish with a shot just off the target. But good play there by the Rebels, and good play there by Simon Dunn, who's impressed greatly. He's come from Basingstoke Town, same place as Harrison Gilks. Is he a good player, Gilksy? If Gilksy says he's a very good player, then who are we to argue? Headed clear here by McGowan for St Ives, and just bounces around in the centre spot. Seymour Shove gets a lucky break there, but then Hollis with a crunching tackle flicked on here by O'Malley, trying to find Phillips, and that's first foul of the day for St Ives, as Phillips just gives Stonehouse a little bit of a shove there, and Slough play it to Dunn out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse inside his own half, chipping the ball forward, trying to find Barney, but it's just an overhit ball cleared there by McDevitt as far as Nisbet. Nisbet heads it on, trying to find Charlie Moon. Charlie Moon gets to the ball first, then back to Stonehouse. Stonehouse just crossing the halfway line, chips the ball forward, trying to find Lee Barney. Barney does well to win the header for Slough, kept in by Putman. Back towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse cuts inside, takes a step on his run and gives it back to Dunn. Dunn spreads it to Webb. Webb up to Moon. Moon does well to turn, shake off the challenge, but good challenge there by Higgs. And St Ives win the ball back, and then Slough give away a foul in the centre of the St Ives half. And it's a free kick. And suddenly that rain that had been pouring down has disappeared, and the sun's not out, but it's a little bit lighter than it was. And I'll just wait for Sutton to get the game back underway. And it's Hayes and Yedding have taken the lead away to Cambridge City. So Cambridge City 0, Hayes and Yedding 1. As Slough have the ball. Lloyd Macklin. Do you know him? Yeah. There you go. So it's the ball's kept here with Nisbet. Nisbet spreads it out to Hollis. Slough again playing some good football as Hollis brings it forwards up towards Fraser. Fraser with a poor touch, closed down by Dorkin, and out for a throw on that far hand side. And Slough now with a long throw from Hollis, trying to find Barney. Barney heads the ball forwards, but only cleared by McDevitt, and then ball's won by McGowan, and it's come through to Josh Dawkins. Evades a challenge of one Slough player, but three Slough players on him, and the ball comes off Dawkins and it's out for a throw in for Slough halfway inside the St Ives half. It's going to be taken quickly by Fraser. Finds Charlie Moon. Moon flicks the ball on, trying to find Barney. Barney's offside, and the first offside of the game. Hitchin have gone and scored straight away, so it's now Stratford 1, Hitchin 1 in that game. As Basingstoke have scored 1-0 to them. The guy that came on loan here last season, George Hallahan, who impressed in his couple of games for us, has scored for Basingstoke. So it's Basingstoke 1, Kettering 0. The ball's on the far hand side, kept in by St Clair for St Ives. It's a very rare attack for St Ives. He's well marshalled though by Nisbet. Back towards Gerald, and Gerald's just skied that one up in the air. Josh Dawkins are trying to keep this one in. He does well to chest it down on that byline. Under a little bit of pressure here, keeps the ball in for St Ives. Trying to find a run. A great run there by Gerald, and he's spotted by Simon Dunn. I think St Ives are maybe appealing for a penalty there, but I would have said it was at least a corner. As it is, it's a goal kick. So I don't know what Mr Morrison's doing. Clearly looked like a corner to me, but we'll be grateful. We'll take that. And we've played 20 minutes here at Holloway's Park in this final league game here at Holloway's Park. It's still Slough 0, St Ives 0. And Slough looking to keep a third consecutive clean sheet at home as Scott launches his kick down the field. Missed by both players. Comes through to Gerald, who hooks the ball forward, trying to find Phillips. Phillips does well to chest the ball. He's trying to get away from Hollis, and he does well. And then he shoots from distance, a good 25 yards. It takes a touch of Guy Hollis, and it's out for a corner. So the first corner of the game for St Ives. And Phillips just taking the chance there, 25 yards out, almost with his back towards goal. Does well to turn and get the shot in, but it's a deflection, and we'll just wait for this corner to come in. It's like Dorking will go over to take the corner. And they just sent forwards both centre-backs for this ball. He's played it in close to the near post. It's cleared by Hollis, and then Hollis will try and be in a foot race to win the ball. He does well to win the ball, and he just gets caught there as he slid in to win the ball. It's a foul and a free kick to Slough. And Slough want to take it quickly with Hollis. It's a poor ball though. It's taken well by O'Malley. O'Malley into I'm trying to find what his name is. I've lost his name. Long ball played forwards up towards Phillips. Phillips does well, then takes it on his chest and trying to find Dorking. It comes back to him off flick, and then again he hits another one from 25 yards out, and it's this one's a little bit over the top, but at least Phillips is trying to get something into this game. He's working alone up front, and he's not getting a lot of help. And he's trying to do it all himself, but he's having a good go at it. And it's a goal kick to Slough. There's some of the fans have spread out now, braving this cold weather. As the long ball forward, trying to find Charlie Moon. Shirt being pulled, but it comes through here to Putman. Putman now trying up against O'Malley. Putman trying to go round him. Gets a cross in, but it's not the best of crosses. It comes to Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn goes down. He's again looking for a penalty, but it's a good challenge. It's out for a goal kick. And we're just waiting for the game to get back underway. We'll just see if we can keep some eye on some scores. As Sutton with a long kick, that's going to evade everyone safely into the arms of Mark Scott. And Scott just rolls the ball out, kicks it long, looking for Harris on that far hand side. Harris up against Jared. Jared gets to the header first, but can't keep it in. It's out for throw to Slough. And they're going to signal for Guy Hollis. Yeah, Guy Hollis is going to go and take this one. So it's going to be a long throw in the box for Slough. And we're just waiting for Hollis to just get over there and just lining up this long throw on that far hand side, almost level with the St Ives penalty area. As he launches it in towards the box, it's Nisbet that goes for it. It's missed everybody. It's a header by Barney. It's cleared off the line by the goalkeeper. Then Warren Harris has got it. St Ives finally do get it cleared. That is a cracking save there by the goalkeeper Sutton from a Lee Barney header. It come all the way past everyone. It missed everyone. Barney with the header, and a good save by Sutton. Slough have a throw on here just inside their own half, taken by Stonehouse to Fraser. Fraser spreads it to Hollis, who's in the right back position, gives it to Nisbet. Nisbet looks up, he's looking for the run. He's trying to find Simon Dunn, but it's well spotted there by Seymour Show, who just overruns the ball, and Nathan Webb does well to win it back for Slough. Flicks it out here to Stonehouse. Stonehouse got a bit of space here to run into. He's going to give it to Putman. Putman up against a couple of players, just turns, goes back on himself, gives it to Nathan Webb. Webb goes past McGowan and wins a free kick, taken quickly by Slough. And hits with Putman. Putman shoots, and it's come off McDevitt and out for a throw-in for Slough. And again, they're going to signal and wait for Guy Hollis to come and take this throw. And this one's about 7 or 8 yards away from the corner flag here. Nisbet's gone forwards for the Rebels for this throw-in to come in and fast on this near side. And it is going to aim for Nisbet. Nisbet misses it. It's well caught there by Sutton And he's looking to see if there's an option for him, but every St Ives player was back around that penalty area for that defending. Sutton still got the ball in his hands, just waiting for his team to get up the pitch. And it's another long kick here by him. And Sean Fraser safely heads that one back to the Slough goalkeeper. And he rolls it out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse into Nathan Webb. Webb on the centre circle. Plays it into Dunn. Dunn with a bit of space now here for Slough. Trying to find Charlie. Oh, it hits Charlie Moon on the back. But Simon Dunn does well to win the ball back for Slough. Trying to get the chip into the box for Barney. Barney up against the big defender. It's hooked clear by Higgs. Only as far as Hollis. Hollis inside the St Ives half. Plays it to Fraser. Fraser with a quick touch to Warren Harris. Warren Harris. Good tackle there by Gerald, the left back. And St Ives trying to win the ball back, but again, they've played the ball forwards, and with only Phillips up front, they need to find him. A lot of the balls are just running straight through into the goalkeeper for Slough, Scott. And so it's done with the ball inside his own half, playing it up to Charlie Moon. Charlie Moon flicks it into the path of Paul Stonehouse. Now Paul Stonehouse got a chance to run at the defence, gives it to Putman. Putman trying to give it to Stonehouse, and then gets the ball back, and if he can get to this, he can get across, and he gets across in low to Barney. Barney back towards goal, it's blocked, and then poked forward. Slough looking for a chance, and both efforts blocked there from good challenges. And then Dorkin again, that he's just booted the ball forwards looking for someone, but it's only gone straight through to Mark Scott. Apparently the goalkeeper Oliver Sutton is the son of ex-Chelsea and Blackburn player Chris Sutton, so he's having a good game at the moment. Slough with the ball on the far hand side, this time to Warren Harris. Harris with a chance to run at the St Ives defence. He's up against a couple of players. This time he does go past Jared, trying to keep the ball in, but Jared does well to come back and not only win the ball but clear it, but not the best of clearances by him, and it's out for a throw for Slough on the halfway line. And Slough just take it quickly, throw into Nathan Webb. And then Webb just trying to play the ball through. It's come off Chafee for a corner for Slough on that far hand side. So it'll be another in-swinging corner for the Rebels, as Putman just signals what he wants going across. Goal in the game, and quite a surprise. It's Banbury United 0, Dorchester 1. It's an own goal. And there looks like there's another goal. It's Kings Langley 1, Froome 0. Just see if there's anything else. Stratford are on the ball. They've got an intents of 176. They've released that already. So just wait for this corner to come in. This time it's whipped in, and it's headed. Oh, it's headed wide there. And I think it was Nisbet with the header. Great cross that time from Lewis Putman from that corner. And Nisbet just tried to glance in. It's just gone the wrong side of that post, and it's out for a goal kick. So Slough just with the better of the chances. Mark Scott again not having a lot to do so far today. And just waiting for Sutton to get the ball and get the game back underway. He's in no hurry to take this at all. And then Sutton, huge kick forwards for St Ives. It's well won though by Fraser, only as far as Jared. Heavy touch by him to Fraser. Warren Harris, sorry. Harris chasing his own ball. It's been cleared there by Chafee. It's out for throw in to Slough. Halfway into the St Ives half. Fraser picks the ball up, gives it to Dunn, and Dunn switches it into here to Nathan Webb. Webb's got two players on this far hand side if he can find them. If he gives it to Nisbet, and Nisbet will just bring the ball forward, trying to draw some out. Stonehouse in a bit of space on the left. Stonehouse cuts inside, back towards Nisbet. Nisbet just looking for an option, gives it to Webb. Webb chipping the ball over here, just trying to find the run of Charlie Moon, but it just kicks off the ground and out for a goal kick. 29 minutes gone here at Holloway's Park. It's Slough Town 0, St Ives 0. St Neots have just scored, so it's Weymouth 0, St Neots 1. As one of the pre-season favourites, Weymouth are not having the best of times at home. We're just going to see if we can find what the FA Cup score is. A long ball forward, and again Sutton's ball is just going to go all the way through to Mark Scott, and I think St Ives will need to do something a little bit different. Poor old Phillips up front. Andrew Phillips is he's literally being marked every time the ball goes up by two defenders, and he's not winning the ball. So long kick by Scott. Underneath it is Chafee. It breaks through to McGowan, but his head's come through to Sinclair. Sinclair with a chance to run with the ball here, just inside his own half. Now trying to find the run of Seymour Shove, but he was offside, and he didn't even get the ball. But the linesman still put his flag up anyway. But Slough take the free quick quickly with Webb to Stonehouse. Stonehouse trying to find the run of Charlie Moon. Charlie Moon's beaten to the ball by McDevitt, but McDevitt gets a second chance to clear, but only as far as Simon Dunn. But his ball comes to Sinclair. Game's just getting a bit patchy here, as it's a free kick there for St Ives for a foul in the centre of the field by Simon Dunn, and he's just taking it a little bit too quickly for the referee's liking. And he's about 10 yards away from where the free kick was. So that's just been called there, back there. We'll see if we can find what the score is between Chipstead and Beckenham. Let's see if anyone's following that game. Nothing to report here at the moment. Just going to see if there's anything. Doesn't look like anyone from Chipstead uses Twitter, so we'll see if we can find it in a minute. Slough just given away another free kick, and this is in a good position here for St Ives. It's about 35 yards away from goal. It looks like Seymour Shove will be the person that takes the free kick for St Ives, and they've sent forward the two centre backs in McDevitt and Chafee. And Slough with some defending to do, as it's going to be Seymour Shove to whip this free kick in. Plays it to the far post, and Mark Scott gathers that one well, and then rolls the ball out here for Putman. Putman got acres of space to run into. He's done 40 yards already, 50 yards, still running with the ball. Just been closed down now by McGowan. Gives it back to Stonehouse. Stonehouse, heavy ball forwards, come to Dunn, towards Stonehouse, back towards Putman. So now again keeping the ball on this left-hand side, seeing a bit of joy down here. In towards Dunn. Dunn turns, creates a bit of space, gives it to Webb. Webb spreads it out here to Fraser. Fraser trying to find the ball. He's trying to get it to Dunn. Dunn does well to get the ball to Charlie Moon. Moon's just been robbed of the ball there. Good tackle there by Higgs. And then the ball's up. Looking for Phillips, and Guy Hollis tackles Phillips, the two joint managers from Slough and the bench. And he gets a throw, takes it quickly. Flicked on by Nisbet to Stonehouse. Stonehouse just takes that well under a bit of pressure towards Putman. Putman, two players on him, back towards Stonehouse. Chips the ball forward here for the run of Moon. Moon trying to turn. He's got past one player, but again it's McDevitt that comes over with the tackle. It's out for a throw-in to Slough, almost level with the penalty area. Slough just debating whether to put a long throw in. They're going to take a short throw quickly to Putman. Putman with a chance to turn at the byline, back towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse still hasn't got the crossing, giving it to Webb. Webb this time opens his body, crosses to the far post, but that's easily caught there by Sutton. And again, he's got no one up front to aim to, so he's just going to hold the ball a little bit. This time he releases Seymour Shove. Seymour Shove up against Nisbet. Nisbet does well to come across, and it's taken a while for the linesman to figure out what it was. It's a throw into St Ives. Just almost level with the Slough Town penalty area. Slough some defending to do now, halfway with half an hour of the game gone. Just going to see if there's any more goals around. It's going to be O'Malley with a throw, taken quickly to Sinclair, back to O'Malley. O'Malley turns, then gets a cross in, and Mark Scott gathers it just as it gets to the floor. There's a bit of wrestling there between Hollis and Phillips, and Scott rolls the ball out here looking for Warren Harris. He's flicked the ball on. He's going to try and chase that, but it's almost a lost cause, but it didn't go into the penalty area, and Sutton's had to clear quickly, and Fraser keeps the ball in, hooks it forwards. Underneath it is McDevitt though. Heads it out to Gerald. Gerald plays the ball inside, and immediately St Ives are closed down by a couple of players. Simon Dunn wins the ball, and he was just touched there as he tried to make a run forwards. It's a free kick to Slough. This one's 40 yards away from the St Ives goal, and they're going to leave it for Sean Fraser to take the free kick. No, he's going to leave it for Putman to take the free kick. Slough have just sent forwards both Hollis and Nisbet for this ball in. It's going to be played in from the left side. It's going to be from the right side, sorry, with Putman with his left foot. 10 minutes of this first half, plus whatever the referee adds on. As Putman just aims towards the back post. Three Slough players. It's going to come through in the middle. It's short. It's in! I can't believe it. You would never guess in a million years who has got it. with only his second ever goal for the Rebels. It's Guy Hollis who's got the goal for Slough on 35 minutes. And the ball it was floated in well there by Lewis Putman. There was 3 Slough players and a couple of St Ives defenders that went for the ball. It just bounced kindly for Guy Hollis, who volleyed the ball into the top of the net to give Slough the lead here on 35 minutes. And a lead that they've mostly deserved with some of the better play and some good chances blocked here. And now this will mean that St Ives will just need to come forward a little bit more in this game. They take the kick off and play it back towards O'Malley. O'Malley looks up, trying to again find Phillips, who's just on his own. Ball's come through this time to McGowan. McGowan trying to flick it in towards Phillips, and it's hooked clear by Hollis. Nisbet's underneath it for Slough, heads it clear. Then Sinclair wins it, and then Nisbet again volleys this ball clear for Slough. High in the air, trying to find Moon. Moon goes down a little bit too easy there, and the ball's come through to Higgs. Higgs just caught there by Webb, and that's a free kick to St Ives, just inside their own half. As free kick's taken, and Hollis there first to the ball, and then heads. It's been cleared here by Fraser. Ball looking for Moon, and Moon's just flicked it on, and Barney's just in an offside position there. He just tried to curl his run, but unfortunately he just ran a shade offside there. And quickly taken here, trying to find the run of Sinclair by St Ives, but bounces forwards into the path of goalkeeper Mark Scott. He just gathers the ball and just slows the game down, and he just rolls the ball back out, clears it long, and trying to find Warren Harris on that fine side. Warren Harris just trying to head the ball into the path of the move, but just over his head and out for into the arms of goalkeeper Sutton, who had no real chance whatsoever with that volley from Guy Hollis. As Sutton long ball forward, it's come through to Nisbet, who just knees it forward, headed clear by McDevitt, flicked on, and then a good challenge there by Fraser up towards Webb towards Dunn trying to flick the ball in. Now Moon's got a bit of time to look up and play the ball to Warren Harris with a chance to run at the defence, just overruns it a little bit, comes back out to McGowan under a bit of pressure from Slough. Slough win the ball back here. Nathan Webb's got it on the far hand side. Webb still looking for an option. He's got it to Warren Harris. Webb won it back inside. Oh, it's just overrun from him. And Higgs just loses the ball in the box. It comes through to Moon. Moon sees his shot, blocks, and it comes out back towards Moon, and another block comes in. He's trying to win the ball, and Simon Dunn wins the ball. It's all going on. Warren Harris with a shot, and that's a goal kick. And slightly off balance there was Warren Harris as he tried to hit that. And it's a goal kick to St Ives. We've got roughly 7 minutes left of this first half, as Sutton long ball down again, flicked on well by Phillips. Again, there's no one really running in front of them for it. Hollis comes across to clear, only as far as Dorkin, but he can't keep hold of it. Now it comes through to Phillips, trying to release Dorkin on that far hand. Hollis again with the ball, and he's cleared up towards Warren Harris, cleared then by Fraser, trying to find Charlie Moon trying to flick it onto Barney, and Barney's offside again. And the two of them, Moon and Barney, just trying to forge a really good partnership here. Just not getting that understanding right. Guy Hollis, that's only his second ever goal in 125 games. He was trying to rival the goal scoring talents of Sean Fraser, but nobody can do that. And it's a free kick to St Ives just inside their own half for a foul on Higgs. And Higgs just staying down on the ground at the moment and just doesn't need any treatment. He's going to get to his feet now. So just see if there's any more. Just wait for the game to restart to see if there's anything else going on. Gerald will take this free kick again, aimed towards McDevitt. McDevitt up against Nisbet, heads it into the box. It's a good block there by Stonehouse from a shot from O'Malley. And then played the ball out here to Stonehouse, and he's up against O'Malley still. It's gone out for a throw-in for St Ives. And it's O'Malley standing over the throw. He's trying to find Dorkin. Dorkin will give it back to O'Malley. O'Malley back to Dorkin on this near-hand side. Plays it straight off Stonehouse for another throw. This time Sinclair comes across, flicks the ball up, volleys it into the box. It's a good ball in. It's going to break from the far post for Seymour Shove. Tries to get the ball in, blocked by Sean Fraser. Back out though to Seymour Shove, gives it to Gerald. Gerald just looking for an option, playing the ball into Phillips. Phillips away from goal, just runs into a huge number of Slough players. It's hooked clear only as far as Gerald. Gerald trying to bring the ball forward, plays it out to Seymour Shove. He's just picked up on the far side, ball into the box. O'Malley with a push. It's a great save there by Mark Scott from a lovely header by O'Malley. Full stretch by Mark Scott. He got a hand to it and clawed it away from goal, and he's now got the ball back into his hands. And Slough just got to be a little bit careful here with the way that they're playing. St Ives have swapped over Seymour Shove and Dorking. They've swapped sides, and Slough just got to be a little bit more aware of that as the ball from Seymour Shove will force that header. Long kick by Scott. McDevitt's underneath that with a free header. It'll break kindly to Webb. Webb with a slightly heavy touch, but he gets it to Dunn, gets it back from Dunn, then flicking the ball over, and he sees the run of the imaginary player, and it's out for a goal kick. We'll just see if there's anything else going on. Looks like Stratford goals have been going in at Stratford. It's now Stratford 2, Hitchin 2 in the top of the table clash between Leamington and Chippenham. The Leamington goalkeeper Breeden has just been sent off for violent conduct, but still, as it says, no goals there. We're just waiting for a long throw to come in from Guy Hollis on the halfway line. We've got into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Flicks onto the chest of Warren Harris. Warren Harris in towards Barney. Barney picks up on the edge of the box, turns. Now trying to run past Chafee. Gets the ball, and good defending there by Chafee, who just runs into Warren Harris. And if you've seen the size of Warren Harris, compared to the centre-back, he's about half his size, but he's a lot stronger than he looks. It's a foul by Warren Harris on the centre-back, and it's a free kick. And Sutton will take this literally by his byline. And again, long kick forwards, trying to find the head of Phillips up against Hollis. Hollis having his shirt pulled, still wins the ball towards Stonehouse, who flicks it on to Barney. Barney trying to flick the ball on. It comes back to him nicely, plays it out to Warren Harris on the right hand side. Harris just turns inside, back towards Fraser. Fraser got time to look up and see the ball, plays it into Barney. Barney trying to flick the ball on here to Warren Harris. Harris gets behind Gerald, gets across him, but it's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper Sutton, and Sutton just rolls the ball out for Sinclair. Heavy touch though by him. He's going to play it out to Dorking, who's now swapped to this near hand side, chased down by Nathan Webb, and Webb just trying to get to the ball first, in towards O'Malley. O'Malley with a little no look pass. Dorking does well to run round and get to the ball, and it's cleared though by Hollis and out for a throw. And just wait for this gentleman. I think that's Dobbo's dad just getting the ball there. And O'Malley will take the throw in for St Ives. Plays it in here to McGowan. McGowan just holds the ball off, gives it to Dorking. Dorking trying to make a bit of space, trying to create it. Carl cuts inside well to McGowan, but Nisbet comes across for Slough. It's out for a corner, so Slough just under a bit of pressure here with these last couple of minutes of this second half. It's going to be Higgs that will take the corner for St Ives. And again they send forwards both Chafee and McDevitt. Just waiting for this corner to come in. It's going to be an in-swinging corner. It's going to be aimed deep towards the far post. It's been headed. Oh, it's hit the crossbar from the header from Chafee, and Slough clear the ball up towards Putman. Putman now can turn. He's done well to turn McGowan and won a free kick. But that one's hit the bar there by Chafee when he headed it across the goal with McDevitt underneath it. He just couldn't reach to get to the ball, and Slough have a free kick just inside their own half. Still Slough Town 1, St Ives 0. Slough take the free kick quickly to Putman. Putman surrounded by literally 4 St Neots players back towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse in towards Webb. Webb looks up and sprays the ball across here to Fraser. Fraser flicks in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just can't get to the ball under the challenge Sinclair. Play forward for Phillips. Phillips does well this time to hold the ball up. And the ball finally breaks for Higgs. Higgs just trying to find the ball in. Phillips again does well to make a space for himself. And then Slough win the ball back through a combination of Nisbet and Dunn. Now give it to Putman. Putman's got some space to run into here. Up against O'Malley. He's got Stonehouse on the overlap. And that's a great passing. Now Stonehouse can get down to the line. And that's a good challenge there by the right back O'Malley. Really good defending. And Slough are throw. They're taking it quickly, trying to find Charlie Moon. It will come on the edge. Moon's still got the ball just on the bar. They're trying to flick it in towards goal. It's hoofed clear, is the politest way of saying that by McDevitt, and out for a throw. So we're into literally the final 25 seconds. It's going to be a long throw from Slough, trying to put a little pressure on it near the end of this first half. Slough just got to be a little bit aware. Basingstoke have scored again. I'll try and find out who it is for you. Yes, okay. Biggleswade has scored again. So it's Biggleswade 2, Cinderford 0, Basingstoke 0. Headed clear at the moment on the far hand side. Then Nisbet was waiting for the ball to bounce down to him. It's come through to Warren House. Warren House trying to get past McGowan. It's up to Gerald, and Gerald just cuts inside and turns. But again, no one up front for St Ives. And there's an injury here to St Clair. The referee's just stopped the game. Merthyr Town are 2-0 up at home to Cirencester. Just trying to see who's scored all the goals. Might help if they actually tweet out who scored, but there we go. Well, which one is so Sinclair's down at the moment. We're just going to see if we can get some more bits of info from around. So just to break, it's George Hallahan again who's got the goal for Basingstoke. So 2 for him. And Sinclair's just getting a bit of treatment here inside his penalty area. So there's a bit of a break in the game at the moment. Chippenham have scored in that top of the table clash with David Pratt. So it's Chippenham 1, Leamington 0. So still some treatment being given to Sinclair, so that's why there's not much to talk about. We're still trying to see if we can get a score from the FA Cup game involving our potential clients. At half time, it's Dunstable 0, Chesham 0, Cambridge City 0, Hayes and Yedding 1, Stratford 2, Hitchin 2. Those are the half times. And we're just going to wait to see what the referee does. Sinclair's hobbling off here at the moment. Just as at half time, maybe they'll just see if he will be alright when he gets back into the dressing room. Doesn't look like there's any use at the moment for the electronic subs boards which we now have. So the game will restart. It looks like it's going to be a contested drop ball. Or is someone, I reckon someone's just going to kick it back. We can't have that in 2 games in a row. Sure, there you go, look. Phillips just kicks the ball back to Slough's goalkeeper Mark Scott. And the game will restart. Maidenhead 0, Chelmsford 0. Half time is Banbury 0, Dorchester 1. Scott rolls the ball 10 yards out of his half, kicks it long, aiming towards Barney. Barney just being manhandled by McNevitt. Comes through to Harris, back towards Chafee with the header. Comes through to Webb, who heads it forwards. Dunn flicking it on here to Putman. Putman holds the ball up to Dunn, then up towards Barney. Barney can turn, plays it inside, looking for Dunn. Comes through to Warren Harris. Warren Harris shoots, takes a deflection, and then it's cleared away by St Ives, and that is the half-time whistle here. And it's Slough Town 1, St Ives 0. And it's been a lot of one-way traffic. St Ives having a couple of little attacks, but they really need to help out Phillips up front. Do you want to come and say something? You want to pick it up? Yeah, go on. We'll give it a go. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Can I hear that?
I don't know. Do it again.
Hello?
That's better. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
This is Harrison Jilks, everyone who's been patiently sitting, texting many women on his phone, I guess. He's currently injured. What did you make of the first half?
I thought we've been really good. The conditions at the start of the half weren't ideal. You can see it was a bit of a scrappy game. But as the game kind of worn on, I don't think they got out of their half, St Ives, for about 5, 10, 15 minutes. There was a period where it was all us and we were well worth our goal. Good finish from Guy. Left foot just hit the target. And like you said, they need to help out their front man a bit, St Ives. Yeah,
I mean he's playing it up there, and he's literally being marked by 2 full defenders every time the ball comes forwards.
He's not small, but he's not the tallest either. So he's playing up to his in the air. He's going to struggle. But our 2 Guy and Niz, they've dealt with him really well, I think.
And you've obviously you've got your operation on Monday.
Yeah.
How hard is it for you as a player to watch the game? Are you sitting here
Yeah.
just kind of like, I wish I was on the pitch?
It's better when we're winning. If we're winning, then it's a lot more manageable. But yeah, watching and you can't play is the most frustrating thing as a footballer.
But you still come to the games,
Yeah, of course,
just to be
of
part.
course.
Is it still part of that squad thing and the
Yeah.
banter that you get from it?
Of course, you wanna wish the boys luck as well and enjoy. And I love football, so I enjoy watching it as well. So yeah, just gonna try and have the Operation Monday and get back as soon as possible.
And obviously, for those of you that don't know, your dad is the wonderfully brilliant Michael Gilks.
Yeah.
When you had the chance to sign for Slough, did you talk to him about it?
100%. He was instrumental in me coming here. Obviously, he's been here before, and he told me what a great club it was and how it should really be higher than it is. It's in the Conference Prem for a long time. He played at the old stadium, in fact.
He did.
So he said that getting their own stadium again is a big thing, and yeah, once we kind of set it out and spoke about it, I was always going to come here, really.
Okay, and obviously you've played alongside George. You've seen George Hallahan play,
Yeah.
and then Simon Dunn, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What does Simon Dunn bring to the Slough Town midfield?
He's a very technical player. I think last season at Basingstoke, he struggled with injuries a lot. He got a few late tackles. He'd come back and then get tackled again, and it'd be a late tackle, and it'd be out.
It's like a
for another
recurring
injury.
injury where
Yeah.
it's not settling down,
Yeah.
like just a niggle.
Niggles, yeah. And the main thing I think for him this season would be just to get games and play, because you've seen him today. He finds space, he finds pockets, and he's really important player. So yeah, he's a good sign. And George Hallan, as you spoke about him, scored 2 goals today, which is good. He's young. How did he do when he was down here? He done all right.
He did all right. Actually, he had a game where we were away to
Paul,
Paul,
wasn't it? And he scored 2
and
goals.
they were top of the table, and they
Yeah.
were expecting to thrash us. They were 2-0 up. He came on as a sub.
Yeah.
He scored almost with his first touch, and then he got the late gasp equaliser
An equaliser, yeah.
in the last couple of minutes. And he was very fresh. He had the
Yeah.
idea, when he had the ball, he was always looking to go forward and to try and shoot.
That's exactly what George is about. He's fearless. You can say because of his age or the way he is, but as a defender, you don't want someone running at you constantly, just being busy. So he's a good player as well. You don't just work hard. He's a good player. So I'm glad he scored 2 and doing all
glad
right.
he's getting the chance for
Yeah,
Basingstoke, which he most
definitely.
didn't
I think
get.
they've got a young team, Basingstoke. From what I've heard, they've got a very young team, but they've done well in pre-season. I think they didn't lose 1 game, so I'm sure they haven't had the best start, but I'm sure they'll be competitive this season, to say the least.
Well, thank you. If you're going to come back for the second half, you're going to sit outside and brave the cold.
No, I'm not braving the cold. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay with you.
Do you need to go and get yourself a drink or anything?
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to join in with the second half commentary and
Yeah, I
stuff?
can. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I can contribute. Yeah.
Well, we don't know about that. We'll give it a go. And so there you go. If you do want to put any questions into Harrison, you can come through to us at MyFC Rebels Radio. Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I am, but I'm not.
You don't want
I am,
people.
but I'm not.
You don't
So
want
I
people
don't really
to
go on it.
Okay, he doesn't want weirdos coming through and like, harassing him. So he's not going to give you his Twitter address. So he doesn't want any stalkers or weirdos. You obviously did speak to your dad, didn't you? So, or if you do want to contact us, we're on YouTube as you're listening through. If you go on YouTube, you can come down to the comment section and see how it goes. What do you think of Beaconsfield as a ground?
To be fair, when we first came earlier this in pre-season and saw the ground and how it was shaping up, it was a lot better than I expected it to be.
It's the pitch has not always been in this
Has it not?
condition.
I think I've played here once before and the pitch wasn't the best. It normally cuts up in the middle of the centre circle, but right now it looks good. I mean, it's a bit slopey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit bubbly in some places.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not the worst ground at all. Obviously,
Excellent.
grateful to Beaconsfield to let us use it.
Yep.
But
And
yeah, we are buzzing to get into our new place.
is there a real buzz? I mean,
Massive.
it's really hard to describe to people like listening in, but today, I think because people realise now this is this final game, and that the next time we play at home we will be in that. There is an absolute buzz around people.
Yeah.
It's
You can
just
feel
the
it,
fans,
can't
and
you?
yeah.
Yeah, everyone's buzzing. I think it's the bank holiday Monday, right?
Yep.
So yeah, want to see as many people there as possible cheering the boys on, and hopefully, yeah, we can start off with a win. I'm sure we will.
And do you find it easier to play when there's a bigger crowd?
Yeah.
Or, if it's like one managed dog, is it hard to?
You've got to motivate yourself. But if you've got, say, 1,000 fans there instead of 200, you're automatically going to be a bit more motivated.
It's
not
a
motivated. I don't think motivated is the right word.
It's a different atmosphere, isn't it?
Atmosphere. You feel different. I mean, you're all as footballers. This is what we have to do. So we're always motivated. But yeah, there's definitely a bit more of a buzz when there's more fans.
And you just you're obviously at university. You said earlier, but how's that going to affect yourself with your leg? Is it?
It should be fine, really. It should be fine.
Especially this time is a good time for you to have the operation.
Earlier, it's a good time for. I suppose there's no good time to be injured, especially the type of injury which it is. But being in August and pre-season, it hopefully gives me a chance to be back for the back end of the season, as people like to say, the business end of the season. So if I can get back and get myself going, then I'd love to contribute, because I'm sure we will be up there in the mix. And like we said, we want to get promoted this year. There's no doubt about that. That's where we belong in the higher league. So we're gonna give it our all, and I think we'll do it. And
Bakes and Unders, you like them as managers?
Yeah.
I know you can say whatever you like, because they can't drop you.
Yeah, obviously I met them in the summer, and we had a sit down and we had a chat, and they were really, as a player, you want to feel wanted, and they expressed a desire to work with me, and they laid out a plan and mentioned the stadium and all these types of things, and it was just it was the right deal for me to work with them.
I've seen you play in pre-season. It's a shame that you're injured, because you were absolutely dynamic in some of the games that I saw. And when you got injured at Fleet, I did remember their goalkeeper saying you were the best player on the pitch, and you'd only played 36 minutes. So that says something about you. So Harrison's we'll have a little break. We're just going to get some half-time scores from around the ground and just see if we can update you with those. And then we're almost going to come back for you to second half coverage. And like I say, you do need to keep your eye on the Slough Town website for all the news about the new ground and the parking arrangements and the ticket arrangements. Like we said earlier, if you didn't hear it before, it is an all-ticket match, and you will need to purchase your tickets before the game. They are available for sale tomorrow outside Debenhams in Slough in the Queensmere. They'll be sold between 11 and 3. Then next Thursday outside Primark in Slough, you can buy that between 3 and 7. They'll also be on sale at the Herschel Arms next Saturday between the hours of 12 and 2:30. So you will need a ticket, but the best way to do it is to go online, and you can purchase your ticket online. That way you know you're going to guarantee a ticket. And like I say, you will need to get a ticket. There is a lot of people who've come. I've seen people here today at games who haven't been here for a good few years. So there's a real buzz around this town about this homecoming. If you do want to get in contact with us, #RebelsReturn is what you need to do. And we're just 11 days away from that first game, that bank holiday Monday. To be honest, I think the saying is be there or be square, but I think it's one of those kind of things, when you've not played in Slough for 14 years, you really should be there. So please do your best to try and get along. If you can't come along to that game, the next game after that will actually be the FA Cup game. Still can't seem to find anyone who's at the game between Chipstead and Beckenham. I've tried both of their Twitter accounts. None of them seem to be at the game today. We're trying to get a score for you. But yeah, that will be Saturday the 3rd of September. That will be the second game at that new stadium. It will be the FA Cup game. Oh look, I've got a latest update. This is how good they are. Chipstead 0, Beckenham 0, 20 minutes gone. So bear in mind it's half time. They're obviously must be in the bar somewhere. Players just coming out for the start of the second half. And we'll give you all the coverage of this second half game from the Ives Southern Premier League between Slough Town and St Neots. Half-time score is Slough Town 1, St Neots. It's not St Neots, is it? It's St Ives. I'm getting confused. It's a trouble when you get to my age.
You're not old.
I am old. I feel old, definitely. So yes, we'll do that again. Slough Town 1, St Ives 0. The Slough Town players just coming out for the start of the second half, and we're just going to see if anyone's bothering to chat to us on anything. So you can contact us through YouTube. If you look on the page, if you're listening for us, it says you go down and scroll down. I don't understand computers, but if you scroll down somewhere on the YouTube page that you listen to, it says comments. You can contact us on that, or Twitter at Mostly Rebels Radio, or on our Facebook page, which is Rebels Radio Slough Town. And just pretty much just waiting for the referee and the St Ives team to come out. So there you go. We'll see if there's anything, some half-time scores from around the ground that we've got that we're trying to miss. I've got Banbury 0, Dorchester 1. Basingstoke 2, Kettering 0, Biggleswade 2, Cinderford 0, Cambridge City 0, Hayes 1, Chippenham 1, Leamington 0, Dunstable 0, Chesham 0. I haven't got one from Kings Lynn. Kings Langley are still 1 up, Merthyr 2 up, Stratford 2, Hitchin 2, and Weymouth are losing 1-0, and I just can't find anyone from Kings Lynn or Redditch, which is a surprise. If you've got the 50-50 ticket at Basingstoke, Harrison, the number's 4320. 4320. So if you've got that ticket in your pocket
Don't
still,
think I've got it. I'll have a look.
We'll see if you've got that one. Yeah, we're just. I don't know what's going on. We're 2 minutes into what should be the second half, and no one's come out from the. Oh, here come the opposition now. We just need a referee. That would be good. And there is I think we've got about 4 or 5 dogs here today. Yeah. Now the problem is at the new ground, because it's a council facility, you will not be able to bring your dogs to the game. So maybe what they're doing, as it's the last game they can bring their dogs to, they've all decided just to
treat them
come down and bring them all down there. I hope they've paid for the dogs to get in, season tickets for the dogs. So we've got players from Slough, players from St Ives. All we need now is a referee. Apparently, according to Adam Fowler, who was the Slough Town skipper a couple of seasons ago, that's only the 3rd ever senior goal that Guy Hollis has hit. And
what about Sean? Did you say Sean?
Sean's got 1.
Has he got 1? Okay.
He scored that in the 99th game of his career. In the 94th minute, it was an equaliser in the local derby against Burnham. And strangely enough, that Guy Hollis has scored 2 goals for Slough, but his first ever senior goal came against Slough at Beaconsfield, where he hit one from about 25-30 yards out, and it flew into the top corner.
Guy.
I know, you wouldn't believe it. You really wouldn't believe it. You had to be here.
I'm surprised he's only scored that many, because he's in the box a lot and he's very good in the air. So
well, it's
hopefully him scoring this early on in the season, he can get a few more as well.
Well, we hope so. We're just going to see if there's any other. I'm still missing that Redditch one. I can't find it. Okay. I don't know. We still haven't got a referee. Maybe he's gone home. Maybe he's heard that you're on the commentary and he just wants to listen in.
Here he comes. Here he
comes.
comes.
Here he is. He's back.
Finished listening.
Mr. Morrison and his 2 assistants have decided to come out in no particular hurry at all. And hopefully the Slough Town fans will make a little bit of noise this first half. It's been very quiet.
Yeah, the weather hasn't helped, has it?
Don't give the weather as an idea. So they'll all be saying
everyone's hiding under the stands.
Yeah, it's stopped raining, but I don't think it's going to stop for long. It looks like it might just come down again in a minute. Hicksy's disappeared. Hicksy was in front of us earlier. I don't know where he's must be disappeared to the bar, has he? I wouldn't be surprised. And we're just waiting for the referee to start the game. Slough will be shooting from left to right towards that main stand area. He's just counting the number of players. He's going to get there in a minute. 5 minutes past 4 it is for the second half to start. I really don't know what he's up to. He's still not got it going. Come on, Mr. Morrison, get it going. There you go. Second half starts now with the ball. And immediately Simon Dunn running forward the ball. Now towards Charlie Midge. Just overrun it and it's cleared there by Gerald. And out of play straight away.
They're so far away that their midfield, St Ives' midfield, from their centre forward. What's his name?
Phillips.
Yeah,
you take that. That's a
away.
spare one there. Look, you can have that one. Take my spare team sheet. See, I look after you, Pete. When you come into here, you get all the special treatment. Ball's just been thrown back from the front towards Scott in goal. Up towards Nisbet. Nisbet almost in a left back position, bringing the forwards here, trying to find the run that made by Barney, but it's cleared by St Ives and out for a throw just by the home dugout. And it's taken quickly by Stonehouse towards Dunn. Dunn can play it back out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse back towards Nisbet. Webb shows himself and gets the ball, flicks it forwards, trying to find Putman. Putman flicks it with his head towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse almost played it straight into the path of Barney. Barney still going for it. Will break for Simon Dunk. Slough with the ball. It's going to come to the Stonehouse on that far hand side. Gets across into Charlie Moon. Charlie Moon shoots and it's a second goal for Slough in the 47th minute. I wouldn't want to sing, but it's Moon is on fire, your defensive Moon is on fire. There we go. So there's no one behind the goal singing, so we'll do that. Charlie Moon there scored from just almost the penalty area. The ball come through to him, a bit of a scuffed shot cross from Stonehouse. Mooney he did it again in pre-season against Harrowborough. He turned and fired it into the bottom of the net, giving Sutton in the goal, no chance. And Slough get that early goal. Slough Town 2, St Ives 0. You'd have been proud of that goal, wouldn't you?
I'd have been proud of that goal. Typical Charlie Moon goal.
Keep that a bit closer to you. No, keep it close. That's it, yeah.
Typical Charlie Moon goal, really. Fox in the box.
Fox in the box. See, he's coming out of all these commentary cliches as St Ives trying to get back into the game on that far hand side. They made a substitution. I've missed that now. I missed the electronic board going up. I can tell it's number 15 that's on. And I've got a funny feeling it's Sinclair. Maybe he didn't come out for the start of the second half. That's mostly why we missed it. So it's Carden on. And it's Sinclair off. He did get injured at the end of that first half. So that's mostly why we missed it.
Great start to the half.
And Slough 2-0 up. And maybe a little pep talk at half time.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a dangerous scoreline as well, 2-0. You're not safe. But if St Ives score, they're going to have a lot of momentum behind them, and they're still in touching distance. We ideally need another goal to kind of kill the game off. And
Dawkins just breaking into the box there, but cleared by Nisbet. Good defending by Nisbet as St Ives just as Harrison just trying to get back into this game, but it's a throw-in on this near hand side, which it's going to be taken quickly by Gerald, looking for Seymour Shove. He's still switched places. He's calling for the ball. It's come through to Dawkins. Dawkins away from goal. He just gives that ball away, but it's come through to Chafee, the captain. He just plays a lovely ball here, trying to find the run of Higgs. Higgs up against Hollis, gets a cross in. That's a good cross. It's held there by Phillips. Comes to Seymour Shove. It's good save by Mark Scott with his legs, and then hooked away by Dunn, and headed forwards by Chafee, and then it will come through to Chafee again, and this time he hooks the ball clear. That was a good chance there for St Ives, and a good save from Scott. And Mark Scott does well. He's not had a lot to do today, but he's got into it, and that's a good save. That's the sign of a good goalkeeper, when you don't have a lot to do, but when you're called upon, you react and do well.
St Ives are going to have to come forward a bit more now, which could work in our favour, as they might leave a few gaps at the back for Barney and Mooney to exploit.
And Barney and Moon just with the ball here at the moment. Moon flicks it across to Putman. Putman's got the run of Stonehouse on his overlap. Stonehouse just stops the ball, cuts back in towards Putman. Putman now with a chance to look and find. He gives it to Charlie Moon. Charlie Moon just takes a touch. Always robbed there by Hicks. Good defending from the midfielder. Through to Dawkins. Dawkins immediately closed down by three Slough players, and he's had to kick the ball out of play. Basingstoke have scored again, so Basingstoke are 3-0 up. I'm going to try and find out if it is. They've got a half-time score. Chipstead 1, Beckenham 0. We'll just see if we can find. Maidenhead United have scored. Maidenhead 1, Chelmsford 0. Somebody called Deadfield has scored for Basingstoke. Must be a new guy, judging from Harrison's face. Hallahan got 2.
So they're 3 up.
Yeah, 3 up. The ball's played out quickly here to Putman. Putman trying to play it into Barney. Barney's just got the time to control the ball. He's got Warren Harris on his outside, on the edge of the area. Gets a low cross in back towards Barney, and he's opened his body there to shoot that one, but He's just fired it wide of the goal, but good play here by Slough down the right-hand side. You'd have done a better cross on that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
But Woz has picked him out.
You
might have bobbled. You can say it bobbled. You won't be able to say that next week. Come Monday.
You can't hear you, so you can slag him off if you want. He won't mind. He won't hear. He doesn't. No one listens to it afterwards. As Scott, what's his name? Sutton, sorry, gets the ball back underway. It's coming through to Dorkin, beaten to the ball though by Fraser. Only as far as Higgs, and he looks onside for Seymour Shove. Now on this left-hand side, but Warren Harris doing his defensive duties. Now robbed by Gerald. Gerald does well to keep the ball in, and then Harris again first to the ball to clear. Charlie Moon with the bit between his teeth, chasing the ball. It will come through to Warren Harris. Harris in a lot of the ball in this second half. He just shrugs off a couple of challenges. Fraser with a great challenge, and then tackles flying in. Higgs has won it, and then it's back to Chafee, back to his goalkeeper Sutton, chase down, and I think that's the sign of good forward play. It was Lee Barney there. There was nothing there, was there? And Barney's chased it down and got a throw on. It's a sign of a good striker when you chase a dead ball and get something out of it. And it's Fraser takes it quickly to Hollis. Hollis looks up, finds Webb. We're trying to play the ball forwards. Well spotted by Jared, and then poor touch by Seymour Shove comes through to Fraser. Fraser in toward Dunn. Trying to spread the ball out here for Stonehouse. Stonehouse plays it into Putman. Putman and Stonehouse working well on that left-hand side. So Stonehouse evades the challenge. Brings the ball forwards for Barney. Barney just takes a good touch out towards Putman on that left-hand side. Putman looks up, trying to make a run. Oh, he goes past the O'Malley quickly, gets a low ball in, and that is a superb defensive tackle by the captain Chafee for St Ives. Really good ball in there by Putman. And now you can hear the Slough Town fans behind that goal sing, but they've lost the ball through Carden, who'd won it well, but Nathan Webb wins it back, and then Josh Dorkin hammers the ball into the home dugout and out for a Slough throw. So the first time we've heard the Rebels fans behind the goal get behind their team today. And see if there's some more goals flying around. Ball's on the far hand side with Moon. Moon on the edge of the penalty area, gives it to Putman. Putman looks up, sees Stonehouse. Stonehouse getting forward, kind of tries to take a shot, but it's blocked. It'll come through to Webb. Webb just stands there and wins the ball back for Slough. St Ives just heads just dropping here. Comes to Dunn. Dunn shoots from 25 yards. And that one is a little bit over the top, but Slough started the second half superbly.
Very well. We've just got to capitalise on it now. Get another goal, hopefully, while we're up and St Ives are struggling. We just need to keep pressing and hopefully score another.
We've got a goal. Hungerford Town 0, Eastbourne Borough 1. So Hungerford, who went up through the playoffs in our league last season in the Conference South. As Sutton just launches this long kick down the field. Nisbet again, first to the ball for Slough. Then Warren Harris, beaten to the ball by Higgs. It will come through to Dunn. Takes it on his shoulder. Heads it forward out to Charlie Moon. Dunn's just pushed off the ball. And then Moon's trying to find Barney. Barney just on the edge of the area. He's got Fraser in the overlap here. Fraser with a chance to get a good cross in. Oh, he's hit it in low, but it's cleared by Seymour Shove. And then out towards Carden, but it's beaten to the ball by Webb, and it falls to the path of Putman again. Stonehouse looking to get on the left hand side. Putman still with the ball. He's going to go past a couple of. He's gone past 2-3. Back towards Moon. Blocks on the line. Oh, and that is really good defending by Chafee, but good play by Putman.
Great play by Putts.
And then St Ives now can bring the ball out with the substitute Carden on that far right hand side, trying to run the ball past Stonehouse, but Stonehouse gives it to Nisbet, and Nisbet just comes inside and calms it down and gives it to Simon Dunn. Now just looking to get down this right hand side to Moon. Oh, Moon's just given that ball away there. Poor touch by Charlie. It's come to Seymour Shove, but St Ives just lose the ball again. Barney's won it back, and the referee says play him, but he can't touch it because he's offside. But Warren Harris is going to run through. Warren Harris into the box. He's going to try and get it to the free. What a great save by Sutton. I don't think anyone really knew what was happening.
Everyone stopped. Literally.
The ball was played through by Simon Dunn. Charlie Moon was offside as Barney got tackled. Everyone seemed to stop, but then Warren Harris realised that it was a chance for him to come through, and he beat Jared, got into the box, got to the penalty area, but Sutton spread himself well, and that's a really, really good save. The attendance today is 349. And now the Slough fans again trying to get behind their team, trying to get that extra push. It's going to be a corner on this near hand side. Putman's just waiting for the ball. So it's going to be an in-swinging corner from Slough. Slough are going to do the hokey-cokey. Here they go. They're going to split. Goes into the far post, and Sutton always just dropped the ball, and it's cleared this time by Chafee again. Up towards Sean Fraser. Heads the ball in. Chafee again heads it out, but he heads it only as far as Putman, and Putman's got a chance to get a good cross in here. Whips this one into the far post. Guy Hollis underneath it, but him and O'Malley can't get to the ball, and it's out for a goal kick. And Slough started this second half on fire. 10 minutes of this second half gone. It's now Slough Town 2, St Ives 0. And we're not going to jinx anything by saying clean sheets, because we don't want to do that.
Yeah, don't. What would it be? The third one?
Third in a row. And bearing in mind that Mark Scott has only kept 10 clean sheets in 50 games last season. He's got 2 already so far in 4. So the defence that Slough have been working on works out well. Scott's with the ball now. He's got the ball at his feet.
Has that back 4 played together for every game so far this season?
No, because Brad Hewitt came in for the injured Nisbet. Ball's been played forward, taken down on the chest by Warren Hass to Fraser. Fraser into Barney. Barney's got a bit of time here now. Turns and controls. I just played it a little bit behind the run of Sean Fraser. But it's good to see the 2 fullbacks for Slough getting forward. Up towards Phillips. Phillips does well. I thought he might have had a free kick there, but it's a throw-in taken by Hollis. Barney and Warren House standing next to each other. Barney's got the ball, gives it to Dunn. Dunn just on his right-hand side, trying to dink it into towards Petty, trying to find the runner Lee Barney. Good defending by Chafee, but it's another corner to Slough. Slough really putting the pressure on the start of this second half here. Goals flying in that FA Cup game. It's now Chipstead 2, Beckenham 1. So one of those teams will be here. Well, won't be here. Will be at Arbour Park in 2 weeks' time. Putman going to take this corner again on this near-hand side. Again, it's going to be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. And again, they're just going to go to the far post. Guy Hollis totally unmarked, heads it across goal. It comes off Chafee. And Slough, I think, just maybe appealing for a penalty there, but I think it must be hit him on the back from what I saw.
Yeah, it's come off him, I don't know.
And now we've got
Guy seemed pretty convinced, to be fair, but
we've now got to wait for Putman, who's not the fastest, to run from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch to take this outswinging corner. But Hollis there again trying to head the ball back across from that earlier one. So this will be an outswinging corner for the Rebels. And again, it's the old hokey-cokey routine. And they'll all run towards it. Again, looking for Nisbet. It's all come from Moon. Moon volleys it straight forward. Up towards away from Webb. It's into the box. It's a shot. And I think that was
Niz.
I think that was Nisbet who in the end he had the shot off target. But there was a shot on target in the middle there that was blocked. And Slough putting some pressure on and playing well. And you've got to be sitting there. I know you're texting. But you must be itching to play out there when the team's playing this well.
Yeah, you just want to be a part of it. And hold on, they don't need me anyway, by the looks of things.
Balls with Scott. Scott's hoofed this one. Warren House will do well to keep this one in. Takes it down well. Good touch by Warren House to Fraser. Fraser will go all the way back, and this is the problem St Ives have. They need Phillips, who's virtually a lone front man, to do all the work. He needs some help out there. I don't know if any of the other players for St Ives are attackers, but Phillips is it's a lone man crusade, isn't it?
Yeah, he looks very lonely up there. We should just run the legs off him, really,
and
to make him run.
Carden's won the ball, trying to release Dorkin on that far hand side, but Hollis comes across and then gives it to Scott, who just launches the ball down field. Underneath it is McDevitt, only as far as Webb. Webb heads it now to Charlie Moon. Moon just found a bit of space there inside that centre circle, flicks it out to Warren House. Warren House just trying to go past Jared. That's good defended there by the left back, but hits it straight at his own player. And now it's Chafee that's just come across and cleared the ball, looking for Phillips. Now Phillips does well, great control, and now he almost got goal side of Hollis, but you know what, it's not easy to beat Guy Hollis. Great tackle by the defender, but Slough just given the ball away on the far hand side. Now with Carden in a foot race with Stonehouse has gained an extra pace there, a bit of skill. They just got to the ball first. Good defending by Slough, but that was good play by Phillips. He's done well playing up front on his own, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done very well. He's got a bit of trickery and he's quick and strong as well, but you can't really do it all on your own. And especially when you're feeding off little service or poor quality service. He's
not got a lot, and unfortunately sometimes that's the life that a striker has to lead. The ball's on that far hand side now with Dorkin trying to get across in. He gets a...
In fairness to him, he's worked hard.
Yeah, they won. I don't know what's going on here. I thought they won a corner, but the referees.
He's having a word with.
I think that.
Is he having a word with Stoney?
I think it's Higgs, and Fraser that he's having a word, or it's just Fraser. I think there was a little shove on Fraser from Phillips as the deflected corner cross came in. So it's going to be a corner to St Ives.
He's been booked.
I think I booked him. Oh no. And so Fraser goes into the yellow card on 61 minutes. First player into the referee's book today. And it's going to be an in-swinging corner on that far-hand side for St Ives. It's taken towards the far post. Up towards Phillips. He rises well, but he just can't get his header down and on target. And I think he's a good player, that Phillips. He's working so hard on his own. And like you say, he's getting no service whatsoever from any of us. He
must be tiring now, surely. He's been up there on his own.
Yeah. He's.
You wonder how much he's got left to give.
As Scott gets the game underway with a huge kick here by Mark Scott. Underneath it is some good defending there by O'Malley, but only as far as Nisbet into Stonehouse. Stonehouse plays the ball down, looking for the run of Barney. Barney will chase this, but McDevitt comes across and clears, and up to Carden. They all miss it, up to Josh Dawkin, and then it's broken to Stonehouse. Plays the ball forward, and then Charlie Moon's got a chance to break in. He's got the ball, he's going to keep it on that far hand side. He's still onside. Going to get a low cross in, and then Chafee comes across with a clearance. Again up to Phillips, who does well, wins the header, this time gives it to Carden, and Carden now trying to run at the Slough defence on that right hand side, but just overruns it, and again Stonehouse comes across to cover.
You can tell Dunny and Webby are starting to form a really good partnership together already.
I like Nathan. Yeah, I've spoken to Nathan, and for me I think he's the first name on the T-sheet. When he's fit, he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
He's so intelligent as well, as Dunny's making the box and looking to attack, he'll recognise that and just hold
and just sit in and protect the back four. The only thing that Nathan Webby, I think he needs a few more goals to it in his belt.
Yeah.
As a centre midfielder.
I think he does sacrifice himself for the team in that way, as he'll let, say, Dunny go,
or Warren Harris or whatever to come through, and he'll sit in.
And he'll sit in for them.
And Hollis, they're just shrugging off Phillips, the hard-working Phillips. Balls come to Nisbet. Nisbet does well, gives it up to Warren Harris. Before Harris does a 1-2 with Charlie Moon. Nisbet was going to carry his run on there, but he's just been told to go back. So Harris still got the ball. Cuts inside to Moon. Moon's finding a bit of space to Dunn. Dunn here to Fraser. Fraser just looking up. Dunn again he finds that bit of space well. Under a bit of pressure here from Higgs. Turns and just gets clipped there to Simon Dunn. And it's a free kick to Slough. And I'd be expecting Putts to come over and take this one.
Yeah. Looks that way.
And I don't know, it says Stratford game is 3-2 now, so it's Stratford 3, Hitchin 2. Just trying to see if there are any other goals. Dorchester still 1-0 up.
Looks like Gav's coming on. Don't know who
so just won't wait to see if it's going to be after the free kick. Putman to take this free kick, 40 yards out, plays it into the box, a bit too close to the goalkeeper. Under pressure, he's dropped it. It's cleared though in the end by O'Malley as three Slough players trying to get there. Dunn heads it back into the danger zone. Goes to Warren Harris, takes it on his chest, just overruns it. Oh, and Putman just can't get to the ball. And Seymour Shuff can bring the ball away here for St Ives. This is what shows you the team is like. Putman's just run back 30 yards to defend that one. That is what you want to see from, in theory, your left winger. Ball's played forward. Warren Harris can't get to it. Ball's come to Charlie Dunn. Takes it into Warren Harris. Now Warren Harris just flicks it in towards Charlie. Charlie Moon's got a bit of space here. Just looking for the right. Gives it to Barney. Barney's onside. It's 3-0, and that is some superb play between Charlie Moon and Lee Barney. It's 3-0. I'm trying to figure out. My maths isn't too good. 64th minute of the game. And it's really good play.
Fantastic pass from Charlie Moon.
And Moon just found a bit of space, didn't he? Turned.
Everyone was expecting him to shoot.
Yeah, he saw the run of Barney. He was clear through on that far hand side. Picked it out. It's 3-0 to Slough here. And three different scorers. First goal for Lee Barney. Substitution on the far hand side. Charlie Moon comes off. And coming on is Gavin James. So that's going to be the 65th minute. We'll call that. And what's his number? 16. So do that bit there. So substitute. So Charlie Moon's last touch of the game was to set up Lee Barney for that third goal. It's Slough Town 3, St Ives 0. St Ives start the game, and Gavin James is immediately onto the right back. O'Malley's chased that down. He's only just come on, and I suppose it's good to see, isn't it? Yeah. As a fan watching every single one of those 11 players chasing every single ball.
Working for each other. Like you said, you saw Putts a minute ago sprint 30-40 yards back to cover Sean Fraser and win the ball back. That's what you want to see. People working hard for each other.
Warren Harris with the ball, flicks it to Fraser. Again, Dunn finds that bit of space inside that centre circle. Back towards Fraser, looks up, trying to find the run of Gavin James, but just a little bit too high and bounces safely into the arms of Oliver Sutton, who's had no chance with any of the goals, has he?
He's done quite well, I think, for catching from corners and free kicks. But yeah, none of the goals he's had a chance with.
Ball's just come out to Gerald. Gerald just robbed by Warren Harris, and this time Simon Dunn again picks the ball up. So gives it to Barney. Barney looking for Gavin James. Barney's going to go on his own. He's just going to barge the player off. That's good defending by Gerald though. And the young lad's done well in that left back position. Plays it in here to Higgs, who can look up and bring the ball forwards for Slough. Goes past Nathan Webb, but he's trying to find a good run here. Come out to Carden, but Mark Scott again, very wise. Just beats him to the ball and up towards Gavin James. Beaten to the ball by McDevitt. Up towards Dorkin. Dorkin with a bit of time to space. Trying to find a run of Seymour Shove on that far hand side, but it's a little bit too hard. And into the arms of Mark Scott. Biggleswade are 3-0 up. Merthyr are 3-0 up. So it looks like 3-0 being a lot of scores for the home teams at the moment. Ball's with Sean Fraser. Flicked into Webb again. Gives it to Dunn inside that centre circle. Finds the space to play out to Stonehouse on the left-hand side. Looks up, trying to see the run. He's got a run of Dunn. Gives it to Gavin James. Back towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse going to have a shot. It's a curler. Oh, it's a good save by Sutton. Struggling to keep account of what's going on here. It's a cracking effort by Paul Stonehouse with his right foot.
Yeah, right foot. He scored one on his right foot in pre-season.
Oh my word, what is going on?
Down here, so yeah.
We had James Dobson scoring against Kings Langley with his right foot, and now Paul Stonehouse scoring with his right foot. I think maybe the manager's been tying something around their left leg and making them work on their right leg. And so it's getting a bit. I don't know what's going on. It's going to be a corner by Lewis Putman. In-swinging corner for Putts. And again, Slough just do a different movement this time. Ball goes in far post, and it's headed clear by Phillips. Flicked on by Higgs, and it'll come through, robbed there by Nathan Webb, but Slough just couldn't get to the ball. And Seymour shoves in a foot race here with Stonehouse. Stonehouse first to the ball. And he's put that in the farm that's about 2 miles down the road.
Gone,
opposite.
yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, there's no ball boys at Slough, there's just ball men. So he's just going to make some grown man climb up a tree to get the ball. So Ives take the throw quickly towards Phillips. And he's just, I think you're right, he is getting a little bit tight. His head's gone down a little bit as well.
Yeah, he looks a bit demoralised now.
And there's a double substitution, I think, on the far hand side for Slough. Dobson is coming on for Putman. And Togwell is coming on for Nathan Webb. Was it 23? That's like about 67 minutes. So who have we got on? Lee Togwell and James Dobson come on 67th minute for Nathan Webb and Lee Togwell. No, Lewis Putman. Let me get that right. I'll get this right in a minute. Nathan Webb and Lewis Putman come off, and coming on is Lee Togwell, James Dobson on 67 minutes. Do you like that electronic scoreboard? Not scoreboard, what's it? Substitution board.
Yeah, when did that come in? It's quite new.
It was new this season.
This season, yeah.
It's great because after
what did they have before the
numbers? Yeah, it was terrible because half the teams didn't have a number, so you couldn't see it anyway. Ball's been played forward to Gavin James, just pushing the back. He's chested it down, but it's only come through to McGowan. McGowan finds Dorkin, and then it looks like St Ives just maybe changed their formation, trying to get a bit more forward. Ball over here to Seymour Shove, but he's done well. I thought he'd done well to keep it in. He hadn't kept it in at all, and. It's really interesting to see here in this stand at the moment. There's not only a lot of new faces, there's a lot of young kids here as well, which you don't normally see. Beaconsfield is not the easiest place to get to. There's someone filming over there as well.
Yeah.
So you'll actually as handball as the ball comes bounces up and hit Gavin James on the arm. So free kick to St Ives. So you might be able to see some. Highlights of this. I think it's mostly St Ives television or something. You say have a look at the St Ives website. Dobson gets his first touch of the ball, and second touch was by O'Malley, but Stonehouse just drills it straight at Carden. Looks like he's hit him on the wrist, and he's just holding his wrist there. Ball's come through to Hollis. Hollis just hoofs that ball upfield, looking for Dobson. Dobson heads it on, trying to find a run of Barney, and neither Barney or James can get there. First, Sutton goes the ball.
I'm not really sure St Ives what their game plan was today. You reckon it was just to sit in and get a point, play for a point? It was a bit similar to Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, They look like they're playing a 4-5-1 kind of formation. One of them has got to be
Gav's
offside, surely.
Gav's
It's Gavin
offside.
James that's on. He's got the ball. What a great tackle that is by Chafee. Gavin James and Lee Barney both running through. James was just waiting for the ball to come down. Let's now on the far side with Dobson. Dobson trying to look up. Played it in. It's come off. There's two St Ives players tackle each other. I think one of those is the captain Chafee.
They look on the ropes here, St Ives.
But I mean, to be honest, St Ives are 3-0 down, but their captain Lee Chafee has been immense at the back. He's put in some really good challenges.
He's been good.
But
not good enough.
I think, like you said, that they've come with a 4-5-1 formation. Maybe kind of looked at what Stratford did on Tuesday and gone, we can get a draw here. There's a corner now.
It's a bit of a compliment for us that teams are coming and setting up.
Corner on the far hand side. Dobson's going to take this. Was an outswing. It's going to go near post to Barney. Barney can't quite flick that one on target. I'm running out of things. I'm trying to write everything down. I can't keep a note of all of this. What's going on? It's actually going out for another corner. And I know that St Ives are just going to make a double substitution once this corner's been defended. Again, it's going to be an outswing corner by James Dobson. Simon Dunn just comes near just to pull some players out. And again, it's gone. It drilled in again. And this time, it's Guy Hollis trying to get to it. And Guy Hollis must be... he can't score twice in one game, surely. It will be a double substitution on that far hand side. It's going to be number 12, Charlie Diath, coming on for Josh Dawkin. And that is, my maths is terrible. 72nd minute, I think we are. And is it just the one at the moment?
Just the one at the moment.
Just the one at the moment. 14 will be coming on, but I think they're trying to cheat because it says 14 for 11. And you've only just taken 11 off, so you can't take him off twice.
Who came on, was that?
That was Charlie Diath.
What number is he?
12.
12.
He looks like he's gone in as a centre back, strangely enough. So maybe St Ives just realising they're under a bit of pressure. Warren Harris with the ball, running forwards, gives it to Gavin James. Gavin James plays an intelligent ball towards Fraser. Fraser to Togwell.
They've gone to 5 at the back.
I can't understand. They have, haven't they?
Yeah.
And O'Malley with the clearance, flicked on by Carden, and
so unless they're just looking to keep the scoreline as it is,
that's
a very unusual substitution.
It's a strange tactical formation to play when you're 3-0 down. Balls with Simon Dunn back towards Nisbet on the halfway line. Nisbet just looking for someone to play it to. Gives it to Togwell. Fraser's made some space here on the right and receives the ball from Togwell. Gives it to Warren Harris. Warren Harris now with a little bit of space. I don't think the left back knows whether he's now playing left wing back. I don't think he knows whether to mark him or not. Balls with Togwell. Flicks out towards Simon Dunn. Dunn out towards Nisbet. Again, they still free down. They've only got Phillips up front. Balls come through to Nisbet. Nisbet on the run now. But bit Beckenbauer-esque was that. Balls with Barney. Barney wins it back. Out towards Dobson on the left-hand side. Closed down by Carter, but Dobson goes past him. Looks up, looking for the run. Just closed down by a couple of players. And Carden gives that ball. It's a good ball for
See, he's
Phillips
just
to
chasing
chase.
Scraps. His teammates are so far away from him.
But
they can't help him.
No, and he's still like the only person in the Slough half, isn't he? So, and Dunn's with the ball now. But Dunn's just given the ball away. And it is...
Not like that.
It's not as if St Ives have gone 3-5-2. They've really gone 5-3-2.
5, yeah. It's a clear 5 at the back.
Ball taken quickly, throw into Higgs to Seymour shove back towards Higgs. He's just standing there waiting for the run. Run comes from Carden. That's a good run. He's burst into the box, and Seymour shoves to get in there on the 6-yard line. Try to get across him. Well defended by Sean Fraser, and then Seymour shoves still first for the ball. Togwell with the challenge, and Slough bring the ball away here with Guy Hollis. Back to Warren Harris to Togwell. Togwell into James. James does well. Takes it in his stride now. Looking to burst past the substitute Diath. Plays it to Dobson on the left-hand side. Slough getting forwards in numbers here. It's James Dobson on that far-hand side. Looks to get a deflected crossing. It's going to be kept in well there by Sutton. I thought it was going to go for a corner, but that's good goalkeeping. But very strange tactical formation from the St Ives management team. 3-0 down. Ball's played up towards Carden. Beaten to the ball by Nisbet. They'll break out though to McGowan. McGowan holds off the challenger Togwell. Still got the ball running down the right hand side, but he's running into
it's good
dead
defending.
man's alley. No, he's not. He's given away a free kick.
Good defending.
And you've got to be surprised whether Phillips will last. It's 72 minutes. He's not got a lot on. Would you rest him or?
Well, they seem to have kind of cut their losses already by going to 5 at the back, don't they?
Yeah.
So I would say, maybe they'll think about bringing him off because
Goal in the game.
can't do anything here.
Banbury United 0, Dorchester 2 as Gavin James fires the ball over, but Dobson's offside. So, yeah, Dorchester 2-0 up at Banbury. That is a surprise. Dorchester, they were bottom of the league,
yeah.
and Banbury had gone, when they played us and we lost 1-0, that was their 11th consecutive clean sheet. So, Dorchester, home and away. And so Dorchester have done well. Ball over the top here for Carden to chase. He's up against Hollis, and you know who won that one. It's Hollis, and Slough get a free kick there for a high foot against Nisbet. We've got 15 minutes of the second half remaining. Is Slough Town 3, St Ives 0? Just going to see if there's any more. The biggest crowd in the FA Cup to date is at Hereford versus Alvechurch. 2,600 people there. Our congratulations to Trent Phillips as well, the goalkeeping coach at Slough. Him and his wife had a baby girl the other day. So congratulations to all three of them. Hope they're all well. As Phillips just gets the ball, it literally drilled at his head, wasn't it? And he can't do anything but guide it into the path of Mark Scott. As Scott just rolls the ball out for Stonehouse. Stonehouse can bring the ball forwards up towards Dobson. Dobson.
These guys, St Ives, have they won yet this season?
They've won the last 2 games in a row.
The last 2.
And just a heavy touch there. It allows Togwell to rob the ball. He's slipped as he shoots. Then it's hoofed clear by O'Malley. One by Simon Dunn to Togwell. Togwell just puts Fraser under a little bit of pressure there with a high ball. But he goes back to Guy Hollis. And Hollis goes across. And just seeing if there's some goals from around. Hungerford have gone 2-0 down at home to Eastbourne Borough. I don't know what's going on. This is a strange league, but Biggleswade are 23rd in the league, second from bottom. They're now 4-0 up against Cinderford.
It's a league where anyone can beat anyone on their day. It is
a crazy
very
thing.
Unpredictable.
Unfortunately for you, your friend Lloyd Macklin is now on the side that's losing. It's Cambridge City 2, Hayes and Yedding 1. Blimey. Weymouth 0, St Neots 2. Final substitution on the far hand side for St Ives. Phillips is going to last the game because coming off is Ben Seymour shove. And he didn't put the electronic scoreboard up, the substitution board, so I don't know. Till he turns round. Is that 16? I can't see it's a number. 14. Lewis Clayton is the one that comes on. And that's 33, 40, that's about 78 minutes. I really should get to learn my maths. It's terrible. All 3 substitutions, and Phillips will see out the whole 90 unless he falls over and out of sheer exhaustion or gets sent off. And Slough the ball though with Dobson towards Togwell, back towards the two of them. Comes through to Gavin James. Gavin James turns, hold it up now to gives it to Simon Dunn. Dunn to Warren Harris. Warren Harris got Fraser on the overlap. He gives it to Fraser. Fraser takes a touch. Gives it back towards Dunny. Dunny on the edge of the area, trying to burst in. Flicks it in towards Warren Harris. Warren Harris shoots. Again, it's a deflected shot. And it's another corner for Slough. This is 6th corner of the game for Slough. Again, Dobson's going to go over to take this one for the Rebels. In swinging corner coming again. Slough send forwards Mark Nisbet and Guy Hollis. And we don't know what's going on with the St Ives team. We're just a bit disappointed that they've switched to a 5-3-2. But ball's been played in quickly to Nisbet. Nisbet fires it and it's well blocked there. I think it was Carden it came off. It's another corner to Slough. And the referee's just seen something going on in the box there. He's just calling a couple of St Ives players over. The 2 centre-backs have been called over.
Kind of just accepted defeat, St Ives, haven't they?
Yeah, and I mean, it's a bit. I tell you what is tough, because when they had turned up today, there were some of the players had driven.
Yeah.
And then some of the players were on the same coach as the fans.
Right. Okay.
And it's going to be tough if you're a St Ives fan going back on the coach when you've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not their fault.
Credit to the players, they've worked hard all game.
Yeah.
I just bit. Is that over?
No, I think Dobson's just been given some instructions from Guy Hollis as what to do for this corner. And
just a bit confused as to what the management have done.
we're just waiting for the corner to come in. Is he
Was
gonna,
this here?
you see it in
For a
low towards
shot?
Warren Harrison,
Or-
shoots, and it's wide of the goal. But yeah, I mean, you'd be disappointed as
You
St
would,
Ives
as a
fan
manager, yeah.
that your team have.
Mm.
The team haven't given up, the players haven't given up, but the manager seems to have gone.
Just kind of accepted defeat almost.
Yeah.
When did they change to 5 at the back with 20 minutes to go?
What was the guy's name that came on? 72 minutes,
So,
20
yeah,
minutes
about
left.
20 minutes. If you get a goal, you're still in it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And first touch of the ball for Lewis Clayton, and then Mark Scott's just he's come out to the edge of his box, he's giving it away. Is he going to try and tackle him? Mark Scott, he's got it all in the book. If Pep Guardiola was watching this, he'd sign him up tomorrow. Mark Scott with a tackle on that far hand side. It's a throw to St Ives, and it's O'Malley to take. O'Malley just waiting for some movement. He's going to find Tom McGowan. McGowan back to O'Malley. Only a bit of space, but he's miscontrolled. It's gone out for a throw, and St Ives it's not gone for them today, has it?
No, we all have them. Days like that where it just don't go for you. Just got to try and... You want to get off the pitch as quickly as possible in those days. They're not nice, but...
Long ball forward played by Stonehouse. It's come through, and then Guy Hollis is there again. He's been immense today. Long ball forward, headed clear by McDevitt. Will come to Dobson. Dobson picks up on the halfway line for Slough. On that left-hand side, he's looking for an option. He's going to find the run of Gavin James. Gavin James with some really fancy footwear on today. He's on that far hand. Oh, he turns Chafee, and he's drilled his cross. But it's come all the way out on the far hand side.
Who do you
I know it's
think
gone
will
out
be
for a goal kick.
man of the match?
I would guess that I know who the sponsors are
Oh, do
today. It's Dave Pearce, the late Dave Pearce, his mum and dad. They've sponsored the
Okay.
game. Dave Pearce, he was a volunteer here at the club.
Yeah.
He passed away in the season where we got promoted. I reckon they'll give it to Guy Hollis.
I think Guy Hollis would be worthy.
But then,
He's scored a goal as well as
which is
been
rare.
a rock at the back. So yeah,
I've got to say, I've been really impressed today with Warren Harris. I think he's
everyone's played well, haven't they? Everyone's gone
They
about
have.
their business.
But Warren Harris is now showing the same form he showed before he had his cruciate ligament
Yeah.
injury.
When was that? Last season?
That was the season before.
Was it the season before?
So he's Slough just given the ball away on the halfway line. It's going to be Jarrold to take the throw. He's giving it to Higgs, but Slough win the ball back again through Togwell. Togwell now to Dobson. Dobson just overruns it, and Carden can flick the ball up, and it looks like St Ives. I keep calling him St Neots. My apologies to any St Ives fans listening. The ball's with O'Malley on that far hand side. There's St Ives just trying to get back in the game. Higgs plays the ball out, trying to find Jarrold, but it's over hit, and it's out for throw-in. And it's just I'm trying to type and do different things at the same time. It's not good. We're just waiting for the ball's been thrown. They're trying to find Barney. Barney beaten to the ball by Chafee. Then Nesbitt does well again, and Slough somehow won a free kick. I don't know what it was for, but it's a free kick to Slough. Press that. There you go. So, and Slough just taking the free kick quickly. The sun's just coming out here at Holloway's Park in this final ever game. Will Slough see it out with a victory? Balls with Hollis. He plays it back to goalkeeper Scott. I make it. We've got roughly 7 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on in stoppages. Long ball there by Scott, just over the head of Warren Harris. And you can just see the left back Jarrold's face. He looks like he's had a really tough game, hasn't he?
Waz is giving him a tough time.
And
over this side, he's done all right there, left back.
he has had a good game.
He's done.
It's just I think midfield wise they've maybe just not connected as well as Slough have. Long throw up, trying to find Togwell, but it will come through to Hollis, who just lofts the ball forward to James. James, lovely touch with his feet there, gives it to Dobson. Dobson 30 yards away. I thought he was going to shoot. Trying to play it in towards the run of Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn just, I think he just couldn't get to it in time, and Sutton, the goalkeeper, will just take his time and boot the ball long up towards Phillips. Phillips beaten to the ball by Hollis, and Hollis doesn't even look, heads it back towards Mark Scott in the goal. And Slough just looking a confident side at the moment.
Yep.
And
Getting better with every game, I'd say.
just seeing trying to see if there's any more goals everywhere.
We've got quite a few new players, so
Gavin
the more we
James,
play, the more we're going to gel.
yeah, Gavin James just won the balls. Come out to Dobson, towards Dunn, towards Stonehouse. I can't keep Stonehouse and Togwell look so alike. They like the what's those brothers on EastEnders? the bald head Mitchells.
Yeah,
the Mitchells. That's what they are.
Yeah.
So Paul Stonehouse and Lee Togwell look like miniature-sized Mitchell brothers. Slough have got a corner on the far-hand side. That's the 10th corner of the game. That just shows you how much dominance they are. They take it quickly with Dobson towards Togwell, then play it back towards Dobson. Dobson on the byline, cuts inside, plays it out, just over hits it from Dunn. Dunn does well, gives it to Fraser. Fraser's going to shoot. He's not going to score. Oh, it's a great save by Sutton. And Slough still trying to get the ball. It's a goal. That would have been it. If the day that Sean Fraser and Guy Hollis score in the same game is the game you want to be at, because it ain't going to happen very often. And Fraser, 25 yards out, hit that low.
25 yards.
And
Good strike.
Sutton made the save. I think someone's just announced who the man of the match was, but we missed it. We don't care. There's Sutton, long ball cleared. Again, Phillips does well. He's won the header. Comes through, trying to find the run of Carden, but Hollis brings the ball out again. Up to Gerald. Gerald does well. Good touch by the young lad. Plays it into the centre here. Back towards Higgs. Higgs out to McDevitt. McDevitt, bit of space. Gives it back towards Higgs. Now just closing down a little bit here. McDevitt plays the ball forward. Looking for the run of O'Malley, who's the furthest forward back. Stonehouse just clears.
Has that gone out? It's gone for a corner. Yeah.
I thought that's a corner. It is a corner. Stonehouse just couldn't keep that in properly, and it's the corner. Just trying to see if there's any more goals around. Basingstoke still 3-0 up.
What's the Paul Towns?
Paul was 0-0 at the time.
I think that'd be their 4th clean sheet in a row if they keep.
Do you still look
Stays,
at? Do you still look for the results of the
always
teams
say,
that you played for?
Because you know people who are still there. You've got friends at those clubs, so you always look out and see how they're doing.
And corner there from St Ives from Higgs, and again it was Phillips who rose well to get to it, but he just couldn't direct it goalwards. It's out, and Mark Scott's just taking a leisurely walk to get the ball, in no hurry whatsoever to get the game back underway. And
Game's died a bit, hasn't it? It looks like
it's petered out a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, since that 3rd goal.
If I know that some people don't like. Well, I don't know where to go. Oh, there's 2 balls on the pitch. That's why I wondered where Scotty was going. I know that some people don't like us to tell the scores because they like to watch Match of the Day. But if you know what the Burnley-Liverpool score is, Burnley have had 3 shots in the game. Liverpool have had 22. But I won't tell people what the score is because I know people like to watch Match of the Day. So I'm not going to tell you that. But Burnley have had 3 shots. Liverpool have had 22. You can
22 shots.
You can guess
That's
it.
Peppering.
You can guess it's not. It's definitely not Burnley 3, Liverpool 22 as a final score. That I can tell you, as the ball's just been played through by St Ives again, hit too hard, and it's gone through towards Scott in the Slough goal, and he's just going to stand there. And again, poor old Phillips has got to run 20 odd yards to make him pick the ball up, and not one of his teammates has helped him out, have they?
No, all game he's been on his own.
And we'll just see if there's anything else coming on. What have we got? Oh, you'll be happy. Another one of your teams has just gone up. Poole have just scored against Margate.
Really? What, to go 1-0?
Yeah, Poole Town 1, Margate 0.
Unbelievable. Who was it who scored?
Granger or Granger? I don't know if it says Granger on there. So ball's now with Carden on that far hand side, up against Nisbet. Gets across him only as far as Stonehouse. Stonehouse can bring the ball down and clear it. But again, St Ives have literally been on the attack, and they got 6 men back. Ball's been played back to goalkeeper Sutton. Barney's still chasing it. Flicks it out here to Charlie Diaf, who's playing as the left side of a 3 centre-backs here. Flicking the ball over, trying to find O'Malley. O'Malley, good control there, but he's chested it down, but unfortunately just fell out of bounds as well and couldn't keep the ball in. And we're just seeing if there's anything else. I'm still trying to get the Chipstead score as still 3-2 to Stratford in the 84th minute of their game. We'll try and see if there are some goals. We will try and stay on there a little bit, see if we can give you some full-time scores, because we're in literally the last 20 seconds of the game here at Holloway's Park. Slough will finish their time at Holloway's Park with at least a victory And ball's been played from Stonehouse to Dobson, Dobson back to Stonehouse. Stonehouse just chips the ball forward, trying to find Gavin James. Flicks it into the path of Dobson. Gavin James then beaten to the second ball by McDevitt. And tussle between the two number 8s means that Simon Dunn has committed a foul. It's a free kick to St Ives. They take it quickly, looking again for the run of Phillips, and Nisbet gets across, but Phillips... it kind of sums up his day, doesn't it? I mean, Nisbet makes a mistake where he doesn't get full contact, and Phillips has time to stop. It hits him on the foot and rolls out of play for a throw into Slough. As Togwell's with the ball, flicks it out towards Fraser and gives it back towards Togwell, who's advanced 10 yards further. Looks up and plays it to Stonehouse. Lovely ball. Stonehouse just takes it in his stride and can bring the ball forward now for Slough. Slough just taking their foot off the gas a little bit. Ball's with Dobson. Looking for Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn does well to turn, plays it to Togwell. Togwell just look up. That's a good ball here for Fraser to run onto. If he can bring that 10 yards if he needs to. He goes back towards.
Let's go the other side. Goes back to Stoney.
Yeah, Stonehouse in feeding for the ball, and maybe Slough just happy with his 3-0. 3-0.
Definitely.
Fraser with the ball. Fraser just there's a little bit of lack of forward movement for Slough. Ball's come towards Dobson, out towards Fraser. Oh, he just tried to flick it into the path of Warren Harris, and Jarrell done well, but he's giving it away to Warren Harris. Flicks it into ball. Oh, Fraser's in the box.
He's trying for a goal, isn't he?
He's tried to clear it. It's well spotted there by the defence. Up towards now Phillips. Phillips does well control the ball. Hollis has tackled him and won the throw in as well. So Hollis having an absolute blind. The ball's played in, looking for the run of Gavin James. Well spotted there though. Good header there by McDevitt. And then the ball's out with O'Malley. O'Malley can bring the ball forward, crossing the halfway line. Gavin James still chasing after him. Up towards Carden. Heavy touch by him. And this bit will just wait for the ball to go out of play. Merthyr have won 3-0 at home to Cirencester, who will be our next opposition next Saturday. It's full time. Chippenham 1, 10 men, Leamington 0. St Ives win the ball inside the Slough half.
Leamington were top.
Were top.
Were top, yeah. Were top.
Chippenham will go top because they were second. As Lee Chafee just hoofs the ball forwards, and O'Malley got no chance of getting that one, unfortunately. It finished Cambridge City 2, Hazen Yedding 2. I'll try and find out the scorer for you. Full time, Weymouth 0, St Neots 2. And we're just trying to see. Oh, Banbury got a goal back. It's 2-1, still playing there. Biggleswade 5, Cinderford 0. That's a full-time score. Ball's come through to Gavin J. Just keeps it in on that far-hand side. Trying to run at the St Ives defence, but he's lost it. Taking quick throw. Again, looking for Gavin James inside the corner. Trying to hold the ball up. Looks to get across, and it's almost too close to the goalkeeper, and Sutton grabs it. And that is, in fact, the full-time score here. So the final game at Holloway's Park for Slough sees them not only record a good 3 points, but a clean sheet as well, and a really good performance.
Great performance. It kind of died off, I'd say, in the last 20 minutes when St Ives went to 5 at the back. We kind of took our foot off the a little bit as well. But yeah, great performance first half, and done what we needed to do. Sets us up nicely for Saturday.
Yep, it does indeed, and it's difficult to choose a man of the match from the game, but I presume Guy Hollis was fantastic.
He would be worthy of it, yeah. But I think there were a few people. Dunny played really well. Wazza played well. Barney worked hard all afternoon. And
it bodes well for the Slough with their return to Hayes. I'm going to get this right. Return to Arbour Park. I can never get the name right.
Hayes, yeah.
But it's good. And then next Saturday we're away to Cirencester again. If you can't make the game, we will be live as usual. Right. You know the place to find us. Harrison, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure. Anytime you want to do it, come and join us. Good luck with your operation on Monday. Thanks, mate. So there it is. It's finished here at Holloway's Park. It's 3-0 to Slough against the St Ives team that in the last 20 minutes they really did they seemed to settle and defend for a 3-goal loss. And Slough will be very grateful of the 3 points. They've looked well. St Ives just having a little bit of a chat on the halfway line today, and they're just getting a really good round of applause from the Slough fans on that far hand side as the Slough players go down the tunnel. Our thanks to Harrison who's had to go because he's getting a lift back somewhere. So it's finished here in the final game at Holloway's Park. It's Slough Town 3, St Ives 0. Slough will be buoyant going into that game away to Cirencester next Saturday before that big return at Arbour Park on the bank holiday Monday. Thank you all for listening. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who's got in touch. To people like Craig Mintz, who's been listening. Mick has been listening. We've got Stephen Rose who's been listening. Thank you all for coming and listening in. We wish you the very best for the rest of the weekend. There is no midweek match during this midweek, so the next time that we will be back with you will be next Saturday for that game away to Cirencester. I'm just going to see if we can get some final full-time score, from around the league, and just trying to get that FA Cup one. But it finished Banbury 1, Dorchester 2 was a final score. Just trying to see if there's anything else. It finished Stratford 3, Hitchin 2. And I can't find that. There it is, full-time score, just literally come through. Chipstead 2, Beckenham Town 1. So Slough will be at home to Chipstead on Saturday, the 3rd of September. It will be their game, the first FA Cup game at their new stadium. So that's going to be the second game ever at Arbour Park. Until then, have a very good weekend. Enjoy the rest of it. Enjoy your week. We'll be back on Saturday. And until then, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.